Hey.
And
Okay.
all right, we are live now.
Hi. Oh, hi.
Hello. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves? You guys are new here.
Yes, you first. I'm Ian Nystrom, and I am going to attempt to be building a death ray.
I'm Daniel Kluver. I'm going to be attempting to make it work. Pill bottle full of LEDs, and I think we can make something amazing happen with those.
And I have the power of Axemans on our side.
As do I. See here, we're hoping this will be the triggering mechanism. It also appears to be electronically sound, and really awesome. I think.
Let's see, in stock we...
So-
Get up. What's up?
Yes.
So yeah, we're just going to be building this death ray. We're using many of the Axeman tools at our disposal.
Yes.
I don't know if Axeman is a big thing in other places outside Minneapolis. Is it a chain or?
It is a chain. I don't know if it's a national chain or if it's just... Axemans is essentially, for anyone who doesn't know, the greatest junk shop that you can ever get, where you can get all sorts of things like this. It's a surplus store.
Yeah.
I laugh. You may think he's joking. He's not. It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
And also their bins of incomprehensible items are often humorously labeled.
Yeah, no, when I was there was like a baby doll with, like, it was basically the thing from Toy Story, except baby doll on, like, robot head.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, no, whatever.
You know, now I really wish I brought my robot. We could have put a baby doll on it.
Well, can we make a robot tonight?
Unfortunately, no.
Depends on how you define a robot.
Yeah, so I have servos, which is the main part of any good robot. I left them at home, mainly because I packed all the shit in my backpack and ran out of room. By the way, should I not swear?
Let's keep it PG-13.
PG-13. I packed all of this kerfuffle in my backpack.
Oh, what, you crap? We're gonna say?
All this stuff.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And then I ran out of room. So no servos, which sucks, because that means no moving parts, but blinking lights! And any moving parts he can figure out, and I swear I saw a motor here somewhere. I don't know if it works, but motor?
And maybe we'd want something to spin. Who
That-
knows?
Are those batteries real batteries, or...?
They were in this. I do not know if they are operational.
do.
But I suppose we do have a thing that can test voltage and electricity.
Right, so we're gonna be doing, you brought your hacksaw too for later?
I did. I pre-cut these tubes because that would be boring live stream.
Used by 2008.
Oh.
Oh.
It'd also be very loud because this is a very squeaky hacksaw that my workplace had that I borrowed for this event.
Well, we can lower the input volume on that.
Yes.
So the answer is yes. We have a working motor.
He's got some electricity going.
Make things
Great
exciting.
television, a motor that you can't see spinning.
Well, if I moved it closer, actually, you can't. Actually, I
No.
can't even see it spinning.
Well,
Well, it's just we could put some tape on it.
Then we
You
could,
know,
then
if we find a use for
we
it,
could
we'll-
cut to it if what I'm doing starts getting too boring.
I was about to say, if we find a use for it, I'm sure we can make it look cool.
Yes.
If we don't, we don't. You know, we're gonna do what we can to build
Yes.
the coolest thing we can, and
Yes.
So
that's all we can.
awesome. So like before, guys, if you guys have any questions either for them, I guess what they're doing, requests, just want to know things, have a question for me, I'm behind the computer. My voice is probably louder than everyone else's due
If
to
you'd like
Mike.
us to dance like monkeys, that's a thing we can do.
How do monkeys dance?
We have YouTube.
Unfortunately.
We have YouTube. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But see, we have
Right.
a lot of the people from last night. Thank you for coming in again. JD Disputer, Grievous Apprentice 15, and Blue Dragon 5.
Ooh.
So, hello.
Hi. So I should probably tell them
Yeah, what you're doing.
what our base. Well, right now I haven't started doing anything yet, but so far, Jacob, my friend and yours, who is I assume known to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's really good.
good. He supplied me with a bag of random assortment of things. and I took a brief look at them, and most of this is going to be kind of improvised, but we've got some basic ideas of what's going to happen.
He's got some basic ideas of what's going to happen.
Well,
I've got a bag full of
he's
crap.
he's definitely the more intelligent out of the two of us, so if anything cool is going to happen, it'll probably be over there. I've got tubes that are going to be the barrel of our death ray. What looks like a vacant computer housing, which will probably house anything cool that's going on to operate any blinking lights we use. This strange flashlight, which also has a switch on it, if we need it. I don't know.
I mean, I have a lot of substantially smaller switches.
Switches?
Somewhere.
Just
They're
perhaps-
all in this bag. They're, as I said, small.
And these will probably be the main housing barrel stock of our soon-to-be death ray.
So I've got these clicky guys.
Ooh, clicky.
I also have some, like, these are like the old volume button.
Oh.
Here, can I
Yeah, sure,
use this
sure,
for
sure.
a sec?
I have no idea how they work. We'll figure it out if we need to. You know, whatever.
Excellent. And I have...
That's tomorrow's problem.
I also have a toggle switch that appears to be broken. I mean, the top part of it's broken. It's still in the
Okay.
bag, because it's,
So I
again,
can take a
kind
look at
So
that.
here is the switch, twisty.
I have two of those.
My hands are too big.
That one clicks more. Well, you know, if we need them, we need them. We don't, we don't.
Yeah. So, and this is really gonna, like, these switches are actually gonna be doing things, right? Like on it?
Yeah,
if,
so...
if we decide to put them on.
Yeah,
maybe-
no, that's...
maybe
frame.
Maybe a fun game for our viewers is we should have them try and figure out what this is.
Uh-huh.
You know, I want to say, like, part of a sink?
Its label was listed as end cap pair,
Uh-huh.
and they snap together. I mean, it's going to be
Well,
probably-
obviously, it makes an end cap.
well, yeah, but I mean,
I mean,
Thanks, Ben.
I don't know.
So,
the end cap for maybe
Encapsulate?
they
Maybe?
go together.
Well-
It's probably going to be the stock barrel.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
this is the barrel. It's probably going to be the stock
not
of
that
our.
important what they're
gun.
supposed to do. It's what's going to do today.
I just figured I'd crowdsource to see if anyone had
Got a
because
point.
we were talking about it off camera
So-
what
Uh-huh.
it might be.
What we're looking at here, which is very hard to see, is a Arduino Uno. This is a very standard hobbyist electronic board.
Can I, or is it,
Unplug
can
it. There you go. Oh, here.
too
Have
many,
all that.
alright.
It has a... Let's let Ben get it on screen here for you guys. Right. So, it has on the top of it a prototyping shield, basically.
What,
If
what's,
you turn that around, it's the white
Oh.
thing. That's just a little breadboard and some plugs for it.
Mhm.
Basically, that's set up for doing very simple electronic projects really fast. What makes this cool is that's a tiny little computer.
oh, cool.
So, you know, simple buttons, we have LEDs. When you press the trigger, LEDs turn on. With this, when you press the button, whatever I want to happen, happens. And maybe it has this charging effect where some LEDs turn on in sequence and then they, you know, this bright one at the front and then turns off. Sure, why not? You know, we'll figure that out, you know.
How much, so, like, is this the kind of stuff that would only work, though, with LED stuff? Or is it, at its most basic, like, exactly the same as a computer, just much smaller and much weaker?
At its most basic, that's exactly the same as a computer, smaller
Wow.
and weaker, and most computers don't have pins that I can control.
Right.
It's essentially when you think about how the famous quote of at a certain
Actually,
point
we want that back
technology
now. Oh, okay.
technology
I'm in the middle
becomes
of working on it.
indistinguishable from magic. That's the kind of thing that when it becomes at that point, that's when it becomes indistinguishable from magic.
So,
so,
and on the purpose of general purpose, this I pulled this out of a robot like 2 hours ago. So this, when I say robot, I mean a thing with 6 legs that walks
oh, so you,
when you press the button that says go.
so you lobotomize them and are using their brains now?
Yes, well, I mean, I built the robot.
See, when
That's
I say,
even worse!
so he lobotomized his own children.
So, I don't know if you've seen my business card.
Oh, gee.
I have exactly one left. If you look right there,
Mm-hmm.
it says scientist. If you look right there, it says mad.
Hold on, let me. Daniel, where's it?
It's literally under your finger. It's kind of cut off. There's a reason
Oh.
I have that one left. So I'm a research scientist over at the U of M in computer science. So I know a thing or two about mad science.
Mm-hmm.
I spend most of my day mad at my science.
Awesome. We actually have just a couple questions actually.
Hey, sweet.
What is your favorite Batman gadget?
What is my favorite Batman gadget?
Does the Batarang count as a gadget? It's not very gadgety.
It
It depends on the Batarang.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
Because I mean, some of them are just metal, but there's also the electronic or sonic ones, which would definitely be gadgets.
So I've been watching Batman: The Brave and the Bold lately.
Yeah.
You just heard an "Oh God" from Ben, and that's quite warranted.
No, I love it.
I think it's the Bat Auto Tune. I think that's my
Yes.
answer. It's the Bat Auto Tune. Because you never know when the only way to solve crime is to sing in the opera.
Mm-hmm.
Look up the episode; it's good. Music Master, I can't recommend
Meister.
it strongly enough. Meister, well, whatever.
Sorry. No, I feel like a lot of someone was saying like a lot of nerd conversations, and with one person saying, "Well, actually."
That's, yeah,
No,
I'm okay with that.
I was gonna say, or is that how a lot of nerd conversations start?
Yeah, start. That's fine.
Well, that too.
Or-
Probably. After.
That's how people introduce themselves into a conversation.
Yeah.
Rules board, not a
Um,
no.
So what I'm doing right at the moment is gluing together some of these things
Mhm.
so that they will become the kind of barrel.
Is it like a double barrel, or is it just to make it thicker?
It's eventually, I think, going to be a triple barrel.
Oh,
Science.
I got. But
He's going to be a lot more interesting to watch at a macro scale than I am. But I'm going to be a lot more like, oh my god, it's working!
can move this.
I don't know whose that is, so...
Oh.
Very, very,
okay.
That's his. So, yes.
yes, very low tech right at the moment. Just some good old fashioned duct tape and some good old fashioned hot glue.
The people in the comments could also help us with the backstory of this death ray.
Yes.
Like what it is it like specifically created for death, or was it repurposed? Is it originally the peace ray, but science, as always, was used for war?
Well, the problem with the peace ray is we underestimated the power of the peace ray. It brought peace to all things,
Yeah.
And then
including the chemical reactions keeping
Oh.
your heart moving.
and then it brought them to pieces.
I love these guys. What I don't love is the lack of things lighting up.
Mm-hmm.
We have time. I'll be able to make this work, but
Yes. So whereas Dan's background is in cool things, science, and whatnot,
well, science
Am,
and go as far as cool things.
well, robots are cool.
That's a hobby. Recommender systems. Anyways.
If I knew what that was, I might find it interesting.
Netflix.
Ooh. Oh, we were talked about this at some point.
Yeah.
You're not starting Netflix right now, are you?
I'm not on my hard drive. Not here.
No, he's
No, but the same sort of technology that runs that is what I research.
Oh, cool.
Like if someone got a serious mad under me to keep me motivated for a while, I could write Netflix. I'd have to get the movies somewhere, but the part
Right.
where we take information in and predict what you're gonna do, I can do that.
Cool.
You'd have to put a real fire under me to convince me it's worth my time, but that's my wheelhouse.
Well, I don't know. We convinced you that coming here to build a fake death ray was worth your time.
That wasn't hard. Someone
Yes,
said
fake.
"Pop death ray.
Fake.
And I said, well, I have blinking lights, and I really would like to use them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, and Ian's working on it. I'm like, that guy's really good. Does anyone want to tell me why this isn't working? Because you guys have about as good of a guess as I do.
What are you trying to do?
Wi-Fi?
No, Wi-Fi's working fine. It's just not...
Oh, you're trying. Oh, you program it with your.
Yeah, so this is the cable to program it in. It's
Oh,
not
is it?
communicating?
Oh.
And that's bugging me on a lot of levels.
Out of curiosity, like, so about what level of computer like processing could that handle? Could that handle an Atari game? Or
Probably.
oh, okay.
I mean, I don't actually have its specs offhand.
I'm just
But Atari's dirt cheap.
yeah. I mean, one thing I always found really
I can
interesting.
look it up if you want. I can find it online.
I mean, you don't.
It's
if there's time. I mean, no. I mean,
well, if I have to restart this, there'll be time.
one thing is always interesting to think about, at least for me. I mean, or at least when I tell people for the first time, it's like, the computer they used for moon landing had like half a megabyte worth of processing.
You could land several
Yeah.
moon rovers at that technology with this.
There was and this is exciting live stream talking about things we read on Twitter. There was a tweet that the Microsoft Corporation put out shortly after the release of the Xbox One, where there was some statistic about how a single Xbox One has more computing power than like the entire world in 1994, or something like that.
That's not saying a lot, is it?
Well,
maybe it is. I don't.
Considering that, like,
1994. I thought you said 84.
it might have been 84.
So let's
don't quote me on
do
this.
some free ad time for Arduinos because they're cool.
Sorry, but keep going.
Well, that was the end of the story.
Oh.
As I read a thing on Twitter
Oh.
So we're looking at
about computing power.
Well, that also means that the One Direction song is like 10 times more complex than the moon landing.
Yeah. So we're looking at 32K memory, so not a lot. Clock speed 16 megahertz. Once again, not a lot, but it'll run LEDs.
That's cool.
It's like $40 if you want to start playing around with electronics. I would recommend putting it on your Christmas list.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Did you also need the software though? Correct.
free.
Oh.
So I'm actually re-downloading it. I
So,
have no idea what the problem is.
I'm gonna look at some of the questions we have.
Sure. Wait.
Oh wait, you guys never said your favorite Batman gadget.
Bat auto tune.
Oh yeah, you did, but
well, I said I like the Batarang.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do like.
no, actually, you know what you did. You both did, so okay, never mind. Oh, unless there was a.
Oh no, I think that's.
Um.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Does shark repellent spray count? Because that always
Bat
was a
shark
good laugh.
repellent spray,
Bat
that's
shark
good.
repellent
Yeah.
spray.
The spray gun, the spray can. So that also includes the what are the other repellents there?
Yeah. I mean, is Adam West canon Batman? I'm not sure.
Interesting story about that. When I was in Dublin presenting my research, I made a pretty obtuse joke to that movie in my research talk, and I got a note from someone afterwards that was, great talk, thank you. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. I'm like, yes! Someone got my joke, sweet.
On that, let's see. A couple suggestions for the death ray. That the cyborg brought it with her from the Dark Corporation facility. That was we made yesterday we did a stream where we were making characters and we made this cyborg and who worked at a company called Dark Tech.
Nice.
Who no one knew, but it turns out Dark Tech was secretly evil.
Ooh.
So,
Name like that!
well, because, I don't know, but,
perhaps they were a lighting company. That'd be kind of funny.
yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Lighting company.
But a question we have is, if Power Kid were in Gadgetry 101, which is a class we're going to have in Super Academy,
Of course.
which we still have 48 hours for, if people want to make a pledge. Yeah, I mean, the last 48 hours are usually the most, like...
Yeah.
You get the most pledges, especially with the Remind Me feature.
Right, but that doesn't mean, can't, like, calm down on that, so... I know we always take a little break during this to remind everyone, but if you guys haven't, if you can please check that out. Links in the description. Yeah, so if you were in Gadgetry 101, what kind of advice would Power Kid make for a project? So what would be like a beginner's superhero gadget, do you think?
So what level of the project are we looking at? I'd want to start students on... So I'd probably structure the circuit... Install anyways, damn it.
And now keep in mind...
I just got done teaching an intro class,
Uh-huh.
so I would start the curriculum with practical gadgets that are largely solid things, right?
Right.
Nothing complex, nothing moving, it's just a solid thing. So basically it's like, let's let's go down to the metal shop and just cut out a thing. So I'm thinking, like, the Power Kid Discus or something. You know, that's his first homework assignment, is the Power Kid Discus. Maybe he doesn't use it, maybe he does, but it's a simple, easy thing that he can build, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, toward the final project, we're probably going to be having him put...
Power Kid Drone Robot.
Okay, that's probably 102.
Okay, well...
Like, not an advanced course, don't get me wrong, but...
Right, I mean, this is also superhero level of technology, keep in mind.
Sure, but the first assignment always has to be...
superheroes can be bad electricians, too.
Like, you start it easy, and then you ramp up.
Oh, yeah,
so the first one is always like, if you can't do this, you shouldn't have been taking this course.
But it's a general class, I have to.
If you can do this, you shouldn't have been taking this course. You should have just tested out.
Right.
Let's keep the thing with clippers over here, so I don't clip a wire that I can't repair.
So right now I've got this barrel prepared. I'm probably going to set this aside for spray painting later so that it'll look a little bit fancier, because right now it's clearly a bunch of tubes that are duct taped together.
Maybe drill some holes for LEDs?
Yes, drilling holes for LEDs will happen. I figured that I would wait to see what's going on with the LEDs before we make too many decisions in that respect. Probably what's going to happen is that this is going to be attached to here, and then this incomprehensible fellow will probably be attached down here, and then I will probably have to figure out some way to fashion this, which probably I'll need to hold it up for people to see, into the handle and maybe trigger.
One thing we got, just another response, just some to create the backstory for the Death Ray. One was that Deathside, who's the villain of the series, should be the one to make it. I'm thinking though, at least for Deathside, he focuses more. He's more of a close range fighter, partially due to his super strength as well. So
that's cheating.
Yeah. So I think that he personally wouldn't use the Death Ray, but he does have minions, robot minions, who we didn't see in the first film just because he had no reason to have them. But I think he would definitely equip them with these kind of weapons, so they'd be a mass production type of weapon. One person suggests that those two things are actually parts of a toilet seat.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the little thingermajigs that would indicate trying to get some sort of airtight.
Here we go. Will we ever see tiny tracers implanted in all of Dark Cop's gear, or him taking the time to do that in his free time? So how expensive are like little trackers, or like how difficult? Trackers? Like, so if you had someone who wanted to put a Dark Cop, he has a thing where he puts a tracker in everything he has, including like a mask.
I saw the original.
Yeah. Okay.
Several times.
Well, that's good.
I liked it.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Give me a second. I'm going to go.
Or I guess specifically, like, how would you set that up? I mean, is it just like a nano thing, or?
So, I mean, real people, real world technology. I'm going to autofruit.com here. I'm looking up GPS. You can probably get a GPS device around the size of a quarter. That's $30.
Oh wow.
This is not nano size. It's the size of a quarter, but still. You're gonna need to plug that into some sort of board. You can get dirt cheap boards that can do very primitive data logging, less than $5. Something that has some logging. You know, a guy like Dark Cop knows what he's doing, knows resellers, sources, and has the technical skills. He can probably wire together a simple short to medium range radio, GPS based if he wants it for under 50. Without GPS, he can probably run that a lot less.
Okay.
I bet you guys didn't realize you're going to be learning so much tonight.
Yeah, no, this is
I didn't think I was going to be learning so much.
Well, just tell me when you want me to stop lecturing.
No, this is
It's fascinating.
No, it's
robots.
Oh, is that the blinking light?
We're like game theory, but with superhero stuff, and
I know game theory.
Yeah, that analogy doesn't work actually. Not enough Photoshop.
I know game theory. What's up?
What's Deathside's favorite Christmas special or movie?
I'm really tempted to say that god awful Star Trek one, but
It's the
he's
Star Wars
Star
Holiday
Wars
Special.
one.
Oh, I watched
Not
that
because
this
he
week.
likes it.
Yeah,
but
'cause he
because
uses
other
it.
People hate it.
No, he uses it as a form of torture.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, this is a thing that exists. Star Wars Holiday Special.
Don't look it up.
I think, yeah. Actually, well, I'm tempted to see the riff tracks of it. Because,
Why?
yeah, the Mystery Science Theater people watching
Oh,
the Star Wars Holiday
Okay,
Special.
well, that's a good answer to why.
Plus, they also, since the recording of it includes all the commercials from the 70s, they also comment on the 70s commercials.
The version of it that I saw doesn't have
want
the
to do
commercials
that now.
because I guess widely considered to
blink.
be the best version of it
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
is you can get DVD rips from a Betamax that was stored in some television station in Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a man who does a charity event every year at a local eatery called Bryant Lake Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah, no, Brian.
they screen the Star Wars Christmas special and
Well, technically it's the holiday special,
holiday
but
special. Sorry,
oh,
because they celebrate Life Day. So
yeah, of course.
He's got you there.
But yeah, no, that's. Well, we do have a reward, by the way. Just for $5, we're having a Super Academy Christmas special.
Ooh.
So
I didn't hear about that.
yeah, and that's a backer exclusive reward. So
Nice.
just back anything above $5, you'll get access to this. You won't once the Kickstarter's over.
Anything above 5?
Yep.
Okay. Had to run through my math and make sure that I'm getting that.
Is that a recent update? I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah, that's part of the. It's part of the behind the scenes access.
Oh. Okay.
So we recently just didn't. Yeah, we did do an update about that about a week ago or so.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I mean, if you already pledged or gotten the behind the scenes access, you already have access to that.
Nice.
See, would the well, Grievous Apprentice 15 has a good question. Would a grapple gun be a beginner level project? Do you think, like late?
So, MythBusters totally built grappling guns. All of this knowledge comes from their experience. The issue with grappling guns is lifting the weight in that size, getting a motor that runs.
Okay.
Now,
So shooting it's not a problem.
I mean, that's a bit of a problem, but
Alright.
basically compressed air.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do that. The way that I would expect Super Academy classes, especially a 101 sort of thing, they probably have solved these problems and will just say, here's a motor, and the tech savvy guy like Dirt Cop's like, a motor's not going to be strong enough to do that, and they're like, okay, plug some volts in and see what happens, and then it pulls him across the floor or something.
Right.
Because they didn't give him a normal motor, they gave him the super tech gadget motor, and like the 5,000 level class on gadgets is like, well, how do we build these motors that are too damn strong?
Right.
So yeah, grappling gun's totally possible in intro class.
Can the 5,000 level class be taught by Tim the Toolman Taylor?
Can now.
I,
Are you kidding me? I'm sure he's available.
well, I think the 5,000 class is about FTL drives and stuff. I mean, that's if you've gone through the entire tech major. I mean, there's several majors. There's the magic major, tech, psychic, fashion design.
That's important.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie there. Just show me the bloody code, please.
What year is this supposed to be set in? 2000 and X-teen.
2016.
No.
I like the answer.
Yeah.
It's a good answer.
And the X is a 3.
Yeah. Okay.
2030
2030 teen? Is that what you're saying?
2013.
I don't know. Yeah, that's always weird. Like, especially when they actually say it in like universe. Like, I was like a Mega Man show, and they were like, they say, it's the year 2000X, and it's like, what does that even mean? Like, why would you say that?
Yeah. Hey, ref sounds good. I like the, well, screw that. The end. So, I'm trying to get this little switch working. medium progress so far. Still trying to figure out how well it works. Worst case, we can make it look like it works, or I have a crap load of other switches.
Mhm.
You know, where there's a will, there's a way.
What if Deathside dabbled in inventing villains' devices like a hobby and forced them to be used by his henchmen and Chaotrix, and she hates them, or she hates to use them, but does it anyway to appease him? Deathside himself isn't very tech savvy, so he wouldn't be the one to make all that.
As evidenced by the fact that he has his daughter hack the school server.
Right. No, so
negligent father.
actually, Chaotrix would be the one who programs most of the gadgets. So
I am doing right now.
yeah, like
Or, well, trying to.
Deathside doesn't have a Facebook or a Twitter. He doesn't get that stuff.
I'm okay with that. Overrated. I like Twitter. And I do research on both those systems. Well,
Actually, no, Deathside Twitter could be interesting. Actually,
Twitter
all right.
side-
If we get funded, I can make a Twitter for various of characters from the series. I think that I'm not actually joking. We may have.
just lost.
I don't know. It might just be me. Just a second.
Do you want me to check? On mine too.
No. Oh, okay. We're good.
Sweet.
So it's just me. What were we talking about?
We were talking about
Deathside
sites.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter.
Yes, we'll make a Deathside Twitter, a Power Kid Twitter, and a Dark Cop Twitter.
I like it.
So, could Chaotrix maybe at some point get gauntlets with retractable blade in each one to use in battle? I would love that. Effects-wise, that probably wouldn't actually be that hard to do.
I mean,
You just need a close-up of like the blade coming out, and then you have blades.
I mean, how much are we? How much could we hide? I've seen her costume, not a lot. How much could we hide with costume around here, or would it be okay to have like some small servo things?
Well-
Because you get a linear actuator, you can actually have something push.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
little
well,
toggle.
I mean, they're not there, we wouldn't even have the blades be there. It's just, and then we
No.
do just one little close up where you maybe just see like the blade, like or hear a shik sound, and then you see now it's there.
because Ben majored in television magic.
Yeah.
Whereas I majored in actual magic. You know what I'm forgetting for this? Is to actually tell it that I want to use cereal.
So
Sorry,
so far,
I talk to myself occasionally. I'm going to say completely out of context things.
That's fine.
so far, what I've got going here is a vaguely barrel gun shaped thing.
Mm-hmm.
This would be the
I
shooty end,
yeah.
and this would be the holdy end.
Mhm.
Shooty end.
Our biggest problem, I feel like, in the construction of this is that we have a lack of materials to serve as our handle. I'm thinking that, again, if we have any lights on it, we're going to need to hide its components in here. So this will probably be attached here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in theory, we could hide it in here. This is not a big board.
Yes.
You might have to reverse how that thing's set up.
That would be a giant clip.
Yeah. But
So,
No, I know.
I don't see what the issue
Oh yeah,
is.
well it is a death ray. They don't use it for little things. These are big shots.
And that's not a clip. I'm sorry, this is the ammunition.
Oh, okay.
This is one.
So don't miss.
Yeah,
It's,
don't
it's
miss.
like in Mass Effect 2, the, what is it, the nuke gun, pretty much? But, like, there's only enough ammo in the, like, you have to use there's a limited amount of a certain type of ammo, and you would use up 10% of all the ammo in the game just to fire it once.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't really know the setup for this very well.
Oh,
so I keep
that could be
having to, like,
interesting.
look at
it could be. It could be. I feel like we need a long. I was playing with how we could have this set up as terms of.
You need more.
Yeah, you would. I feel like this is definitely going to be a more of a rifle-y kind of thing.
Mhm.
I just have to kind of figure out how to
Excuse me, death rifle.
death rifle. I just have to kind of figure out how I'm wanting to attach things to things.
Oh, will Power Kid or Darkup have to deal with any mercenaries hired to kill them, perhaps by Death's side? Well, we don't want to give too much away. Cryptic answer.
In
I
other
mean-
words, why not?
Yeah, at this point, Power Kid and Darkup aren't as high on, like, most people's radars. They're just starting school, so most villains who don't know them already would have no reason to. But,
Well, they could just be real jerks of a villain.
I guess.
Or not.
I'm
very
gonna go kill children!
Not very competent villains.
Yeah.
Want to boost their confidence by taking out some easy prey.
So the answer is maybe. You'll just have to see.
We
Just
see
ha-
no
they'll just
reason
have to
why
fund
not.
their Kickstarter to
Yeah.
find out.
Oh, and if you fund $2,000, you can write an episode.
Yeah, if you want mercenaries, you can write as many mercenaries as
Right,
you
or
want.
only, it just has to be PG-13 mostly because,
So,
for shipping reasons.
I was going to say, so no.
Oh, no, there's no problem with shipping, just...
Okay,
there
we go.
I would actually support any shipping fan fiction. If anyone wrote for Super Academy, I would do a dramatic reading of.
You heard it here first, folks. He will read dramatically at that. Your fan fiction.
Ugh.
And isn't that all anyone who writes fan fiction really could ask for, is for someone to dramatically read it? Or really read it at all, come on, it's fan fiction.
What if Dark Cop had an adhesive launcher or else like expelling device to trip up the bad guys? Sure. That'd be cool. Yeah, why not?
Do you know how expensive that is?
What kind of stuff would do that? Like
Adhesive launcher?
like a good adhesive that would like do it right away.
Well, there's I was gonna say this
But then-
spray adhesive that a lot of the thing about a sprayed adhesive. See, and this is where my expertise
Well-
comes in. He knows
Yeah.
about robots. I know about upholstery spray. The thing about a lot of solvent sprays, what makes it a spray is that there is solvent in it that dilutes it so that it stays as a liquid until it is sprayed. So, things that are fast acting.
Fast acting, snacking.
Exactly. Things that are in a can are typically for adhesives. Like there's a lot of spray adhesives that you use in upholstery. I majored in furniture, in case anyone noted. Not Death Rays. I wish I majored in Death Rays.
Life Rays.
Life Rays. That might make I don't know if the job market is better or worse for Death Rays. Where was I? Yes, solvents. So with a lot of the sprayed on things, and then you have to give it like a minute before it actually gets tacky, and then after that it is irremovably sticky. But for that time, there's like a small window in which it's,
Awesome.
well, not awesome if you want it to be sticky, but awesome if you want it to be movable and sprayable. So
Sure.
that's what I know about adhesives.
Awesome. Would that be something that you could launch at someone though?
Oh, I would think so.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
See, I was
you've got-
thinking more of an epoxy sort of way. You can get those to dry really fast because they have a chemical reaction in them.
there is this amazing device that is a spray-on.
All right.
You use it to make molds, like like for casting. Our shop director at that school had one where it has a two-part solution where there is two separate kind of reservoirs of, I don't know if this gesture looks strange.
That's fine.
It has two reservoirs of goo, and then it feeds them into a tube and sprays them, and you use it to like. It's essentially, at the end of Ghostbusters 2 when they spray the positive ooze out of things, it essentially sprays like that, and it coats things and then dries. And then you peel it, and then the purpose of that is that you then have that, because it captures detail
Right.
and things, so then you can make casts out of it. But I imagine that a adhesive gun, because he was talking about a two-part thing, would probably have to work like that, where it's two things that feed into a tube and then becomes a goo that then encapsulates.
It dries quickly.
And dries quickly, and then you deliver them to the police or your crocodile lair.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you...
I call it crocodile lair.
You call crocodile lair?
I want a crocodile lair.
I want a crocodile lair.
You are paying us for this in
now,
crocodile lairs, right?
do they have a major in mutants? In mutants?
I don't. Mutants isn't really so much a.
I suppose you don't need to learn to be a mutant.
Yeah. It's more of just a background.
That's what you got going in.
It's not who you are on the outside, but
Look, with the exception of you, you're damn ugly, and that is your power.
Yeah, no, leave him off camera. Leave him off camera.
I didn't mean to call off-cameraman out like that.
what?
Worst superpower.
not to be confused with off-cameraman, who is just a very ineffective cameraman.
What if Deathside tried to build things, but his weakness that he's not tech savvy for the device malfunction, but Chaotrix helps him in that and does his tech work. I mean, I think probably like Deathside just doesn't really care about, like, he knows that, you know, okay, you can just do it for me. I'm busy, so.
I'm busy, you like a hobby, this works.
Yeah.
The problem is...
Deathside doesn't want to ever give the opportunity to show that he's not good at something. So he's probably not even going to attempt it, because that might make him... He knows that would make him look bad.
How are we coming on LEDs?
Well, LEDs are not really the problem that I think we should be too worried about. LEDs are pretty easy.
Oh.
I'm trying to get this switch worked out.
Oh, right.
Now, if you want to talk LEDs, I can walk away from this and we can talk LEDs for a while.
Well, I was just thinking about, where do you think we want... If I was going to drill holes on a barrel, because I figure I should probably drill before I spray paint.
Mhm.
And if we want...
Yeah.
Because, like I said, eventually, I think this is going to be down here somewhere. You think that looks all right?
That looks...
I mean, maybe,
So, here's
maybe
what
it's
I'm
a little
seeing.
silly. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing, too. It's a little weird, but, you know.
Do we have something differently sized than that? I mean, we could reuse some of these boxes if we can get the corners off of them.
And what kind of thing are you looking for?
Oh, I also have this.
We're going to want to put this board somewhere. This has some physical mass.
Oh, I'm liking that.
The board, I think, is easy to integrate. It's more of the actual, how do you hold it as a gun?
Oh.
You know, because right now we've kind of got this weird knob and this.
Oops.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I will if I want.
I mean, hypothetically,
So, I know that this is the silliest thing in the world. It's also very grip-like.
it is very grip-like.
And as long as we don't open it, ever...
That looks so much like a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what's inside of it?
What?
Micro Machines.
Oh! Let me see. Hold on. All right.
We're gonna take a brief break from this live cast to broadcast a commercial from the 90s.
Seriously, I have no idea how this thing works. Like,
So,
I'm
you
involved
got,
in
like,
sometimes
the
and not other
saber.
times.
Hold on.
I think I'm getting some sort of alternating current out, except
But then-
I'm not feeding one in.
And then you open it, and... Whoa, check it out! This is so cool. Hold on.
Okay.
You can't really see it. Hold on. This is a weird size for the camera. There we go.
I don't know, what would you search if you wanted information about this thing?
Jeez, I don't know.
Oh, cool! And this comes up. So it's like a little base.
Thing.
Okay, so I
Unfortunately, we, of course, if we use that, it's probably closed. And it makes
Yes.
everyone kind of sad.
And also, if we use it, it'll probably also forever broken.
Yeah, and that's kind of... So I think we're looking
All right. How would? What is the worst superpower you have ever heard of?
worst superpower I have ever heard of.
Doesn't
Well,
there's
as
like
I said,
those
off-camera man.
off camera, man. Just no. I told you, stay there. Stay there.
Yeah, I know we talked about you.
Off cameraman also speaks in sign language, so.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the boom mic's never near him.
Oh, okay.
He's way over there. No chance of him getting on screen. It doesn't.
That's on
Isn't
purpose.
one of the Wonder Twins like they have like a like one of them goes like form of and they do something weird?
One
like,
of them
One-
turns into water
and the other turns
seems
into...
like it could be useful.
and then fights Aquaman.
Ooh.
No, it's the water, but he can't like control it, as far as I know.
Not much.
Mm.
I think he has some.
Well, the other one
I
could
don't know,
turn into like a
probably.
tiger or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty
Yeah. So, arm fall off boy is always,
Arm fall off, boy. I mean, but then
Yeah.
you can hit people with your arm.
yeah, I guess.
I suppose I could use one of these bulbs as a strange handle. If I painted it, it would look.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
it's
as
about,
I said, if
it's
you want to
about
talk
the right-
LEDs, we can talk LEDs, but this thing is just fascinating me beyond belief. I have no idea why, or how it does what it's doing.
Let me explain this for our home viewers because I'm not sure they'll understand. Because even after explaining that, they might not understand what's so interesting about
Wires.
this switch.
It
Because-
doesn't
'cause-
behave right. I don't have a better explanation than that.
Because typically, when you have switches,
It's either on or off.
it has there's you've got your electrical current that runs, and usually there's kind of an
Really hope that
kind of like an
this
in and out, and you make a loop and complete a circuit, and that's usually that circuit is completed with a bulb, and then the electricity goes and then lights the filament. And then to put a switch on there, you interrupt the kind of
I think
current
it's great.
and have the switch in there, and then the switch just makes it so it's either connected or not. The strange thing about this switch that Jacob picked up at Axman's is that he's got it. Can I show the
Oh,
camera?
sure.
Kind of. He's got it hooked up to
I don't want to unhook it.
wires.
Yeah,
Yeah, we won't unhook it. It came with these two. They didn't seem to do anything. He attached another
that
one.
was wired in from the bottom to the side.
Yes, this strange one was wired into here, and we don't know why.
So here's what I find strange. So I have this hooked up, and I'm basically just running volts through it and reading how many volts I'm getting out. I am running, to my knowledge, direct current, meaning it's just 5 in, 0 out. When I hold the button down, I get about 916, 918, 919. I don't know what the units are. I don't use this particular feature very frequently. Very consistently about 918, which would be awesome if it went to 0 when I let go of the button.
Oh.
No! When the button's let go of, it alternates between 0 and 1,000.
What?
I don't know how that's possible, because that means on its own, if I just don't look at it, from what I can tell, it is spontaneously going from off to on.
I bet it's some weird manufacturing switch.
Absolutely
Or-
no idea how to explain that to
What
anyone.
if the purpose of it is to then do that repeated action, and the switch is to put some other thing? I mean, the only
Thanks,
clue
dude.
the only clue is that we have it says load and line.
Yeah. So, let's try something here. I might be able to make
And
this
just
work.
this, sorry if it makes a loud noise.
Oh, it's almost 8. I've probably spent an hour playing with this.
Yes. So this is the mystery of electronics. Anyway,
No, the mysterious electronics.
so
Yeah,
So,
anyways,
Dan, LEDs. We've got this barrel. Where do you think we should light up LEDs? Also, I think I'm going to put this at the end of it, because that would be cool.
So, the places that I was thinking is, in theory, we could put LEDs at the end of the barrels.
Mhm.
Otherwise, like, down the side.
I think
yeah,
this-
I'm
I think-
totally digging, like, a on,
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
I am too.
I'd like, places where, they wouldn't be covered too much, because I think at the end is also
Yeah.
where you'd have most of the effects and the shooting laser beams,
True.
so...
So I think that I'm going to... Do we have a pen? Or a Sharpie would probably be better.
I could go get one.
That might be good.
Alright. Entertain the guys.
Quick, Dan, you're juggling act.
Ah!
No! Stay there, off-camera man.
Where are my balls? Where are the balls?
Anyway.
Oh, you lost me at where are my balls.
PG.
I am sorry. All of the sorry. I am literally made of sorrow right now. If you were to run a chemical test, my pH would be sorrow.
Here you are.
Excellent.
Go.
FYI,
Let go.
But,
Ah.
Oh, yeah, semicolons are a thing.
Um,
Ow. So that's kind of what I'm thinking now. This is how big LEDs are. Like in the super idealist world, you make it so this little lip doesn't go through, but it's a little. I would probably not rely on that and just hot glue them in or something.
yeah.
I'm totally okay with these being hot glued in or destroyed. They're like a couple cents.
Yeah, LEDs.
I don't care.
cool.
I have no intent of caring.
What's the death ray sacrifices need to be made?
As long as we're not sacrificing this, this is technically my brother's. I can
Oh,
buy
okay.
him. I can buy him a new one. Don't get me wrong, but I don't wanna.
JD Disputer asks, so the plunger's weapon's going to be a normal plunger? That's a reference to last night's character creator.
Yes.
We were trying to think of the worst hero, actually. So, yes, it will be a normal plunger. Actually, probably worse than a normal plunger. It doesn't really stick very well.
Ugh.
So,
I suppose
Well,
if
it's
it was,
covered with horrible goop.
I suppose if it was still useful as a plunger, someone would want to be using it somewhere.
yeah.
What do you think about that formation, Dan? If we had maybe 4, 4, 3,
Let me.
or how many? I can
So-
make less holes. That's not an issue.
Well, I have the LEDs. I can independently control something like 12, I think.
So are you saying I should put on more lights? Or is it what's? Because I know you have to keep in mind, I know nothing about this.
I haven't played with LEDs much in my time, unfortunately. So let's count LEDs because I actually don't know how many of these I've brought.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
We also have this.
Do we want them all to be the same color?
I was thinking, like in stages.
So
Like
green,
maybe-
yellow, red.
Yeah, maybe like green.
Well,
Yellow,
let's count
red.
them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green, and 5 red. If we use like all of them, plus I have honestly no idea what this is because it is not clear.
Did you say that we would?
There are
could use
12
use the
independent
mag-
controls, but we can
Now you
wire
said
more
you said
than
there
one.
was one very bright red one.
This is the brightest. I don't know how bright I can
Well,
get it off
Very
of.
very bright for LEDs.
Yeah.
For these LEDs.
This is the brightest that I have with me. I don't know how bright I can get it off of the 5 volts that I can give it.
Now, question also: are these volts shared throughout the LEDs? Because I know
It is
very little
that bright, which
Great.
it would look better with a diffuser and isn't very bright right at this many volts.
That's fine. We can. I'm thinking.
Also, long end goes into
We've
ground.
got
Good to know.
3 at red, right?
I have 5 of
but
the
we
size
have-
red.
I'll get to you
These
guys' comments in a second, by the way. I just had to
This is
fresh
what
something.
these are going to look like plugged in. This is like the jankiest way of plugging them in. So is this too many volts? Did I just blow up that bulb? So we may have 4 now?
It
We
happens.
have 4 now. I probably should read how many these are rated for.
It happens.
I technically have a resistor in here somewhere.
Um,
Anyways, these are relatively normal brightness.
We have 2 questions.
What's up?
First up, so our JD Disputer asks, are the lights for Death
There we
Ray
go.
just red? Or are they multiple colors?
I'm thinking we've got red, yellow, and green. So right now I'm thinking.
Possibly a few others, but
But we'll
kind of my
we'll
grab bag.
We're operating under the assumption that we have red.
Yeah,
yellow,
we have
and
red, yellow, and green. So
Um,
I'm thinking that
red,
having
probably can't see it on camera, I bet, but yellow,
we can, sort of.
and that's green, and I'm not colorblind, although I could play one on TV. Red, yellow, and green.
Mm-hmm.
We also have this guy who is red and is at least in theory brighter because it is far bigger. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking here is that we have 2 green, 2 green, 2 yellow, 2 yellow, 3 red.
So I guess what I'm thinking is we shouldn't have more than 12 steps here.
Yes.
Because I can't run more than 12
Well,
steps.
would it make sense
Well,
for...
this would only probably be 3 steps if it's...
Well, I was thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So should I have them in one long line, you think? Would that be easier?
I'm wondering
We're
if
going to
it
have to run
make
wires
more
to this
sense that-
to a centralized point at some point.
I'm thinking
But we
that...
can poke holes out the bottom.
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
see that's what I was thinking. That I think it also would look cool for there to be wires kind of coming like. Brr.
Well, we can have fake wires as well.
Yes. True.
So it's going from red to green or green to red? I'm just
red.
green
Red is
to
at the
red.
end.
Okay. I'm just wondering because like
Yeah, greens usually go, but I think
Yeah.
red is usually dangerous.
yeah, I mean that's a yeah.
Well, I mean, it starts at fully charged.
Mhm.
It ends at what's your problem?
Your problem is whatever you're pointing this gun at.
Your
Or
problem is no longer whatever you're pointing.
or
this
here,
gun at.
or this can also be the explanation is that thing is actually depending on how much you build up is how strong it is. So if it's at green, it means that it's
Yeah.
just for stun. But if you're loading it for longer, it's going up to red, which is kill. So it is. I said it. It's now canon.
Yes.
It is now a cannon.
Cannon.
What if the death ray made it proton pack sound effects?
Sound
Yeah, I mean-
effect is
Well,
his.
yeah, we
department.
do that.
We'll have Jacob put it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the proton pack sound is copywritten.
That's a point.
We could probably make it.
We could have the Wilhelm scream, isn't right?
Yeah. I don't even know anymore.
I think that's
don't
why
think
it's
they
used
care.
to everything,
Yeah,
right?
that must be.
If it is, they just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've researched it, and just like no one's ever gotten like a copyright claim against it, but it's not officially public domain either, so it's pretty much they don't care. I think.
Interesting.
Could you attach a
The
late?
Wilhelm scream, for anyone that doesn't know, is the famous whenever a stormtrooper dies in Star Wars noise.
Yeah, hold on. Let me play it. And it's taking too long. The joke is ruined.
Well, I'm going to do something sort of exciting, which is drill some holes.
Well, you guys can look it up if you want.
Yeah.
My internet's actually.
Or watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or watch Star Wars.
Or any various number of things.
Could there be a laser sight on this? I mean, there could
Do you have
be.
a laser pointer sitting around
But
somewhere?
no, I don't. So no, this is the base death ray. Later editions, you can upgrade them to include laser point.
Yeah,
laser
that
sights.
sight's gonna cost you extra.
So are we hitting diminishing returns? Should I stop messing around with this?
Perhaps. I mean,
Okay.
I don't want to prevent you from, because I know you're. It's gonna keep you up at night.
Not really.
Okay, well,
Well, I know why it's not moving,
What will happen
I
to
also have these. I don't know what they are.
colorblind
Fuses.
Kyle?
Ah.
You'll just have to watch and
I
see.
think they're probably blown fuses.
Will the death ray be effective against Ice Cream Man? Yeah, I mean it's a death ray. It's effective against most people except for death.
Except for
Man.
death.
Except for things that are already dead.
Yeah. It's like in RPGs where healing damages zombies. Well, they see this. This heals them.
Is there a standard size one we use?
Yeah.
And where's
We
that
have
go?
smaller than that too. We have an embarrassment to these, but these won't show up. on
JD
camera. You know these
Disputer says shotgun axe. Do you mean that a shotgun should shoot an axe, or that the axe should be also a shotgun? Either one would be awesome. Let me know
will.
which.
Is that AXE? Shotgun axe? So an axe with a shotgun on the front?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
liking the idea.
I'm not sure. Well, let us know which kind you're talking about. Though either one would be cool.
So hypothetically, we don't want this lip to go through. You're saying, is the idea, or that it pokes out the bottom?
I mean,
They poke in, or they
so
sit
I
on
think
top?
the idea is that it would poke out from the bottom. You can do it either way, and this is going to be too thick for that to be a really effective thing unless you want to be a real surgeon with that drill. I just drill, have these go straight through, and we can glue them in.
Okay.
Or tape them in.
Alrighty then. I will just use whatever size drill bits seems to be appropriate.
How would Dark Cop approach undercover work? And what if there were an infiltration undercover story? How would they approach that? Or how would we approach that? Hold on, let's see how. Wait, drilling. Oh man.
Stuff's getting serious here. So, I still don't know where the spontaneously alternating current is coming from, but I'm probably just using the switch completely wrong. Fortunately, I don't have great sized cabling wires, so we're just going to pull that out. That's not an issue. Worst case, it's broken. We have to fake it.
Worst case, you just broke a 45-cent switch.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, worst case, we have to fake it, and that's fine.
But for an infiltration mission, I mean, Dark Cop. See, Dark Cop probably wouldn't be the 100% best actor in the world. Though if he had time to study the role, though, he'd be able to probably like perfectly pretend to be someone else. Because just sort of like memorization and sort. But just spontaneously. Though on the other hand, also the other part of infiltration is stealth, and Dark Cop is excellent at that. So he'd pretty much, Dark Cop would pretty much just pretend to be whoever a member of the team, and then whenever he gets a chance, just sort of sneak off.
Do his own thing for a while.
Yeah. So his infiltration mission would probably be more of a stealth mission that he'd do infiltrating just as a cover. Power Kid probably wouldn't do very well. He'd probably like, hey, is lying. I don't think is very good. Dark Cop isn't a very good liar, I'll just say, but Power Kids would probably be like, hey guys, hi. So let's do some villain things, right?
Totally, yeah.
Wait, is it just people that are trying to sneak in here? Is that all we've got?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, rapidly streaming numbers.
How complicated would Obsidian's armor be? That was another character we made last time.
Problem is that I just have absolutely no idea.
Probably very complicated. You'd probably need to make it all customized. It's a full bodysuit. You'd probably need a lot of latex. I'm not 100% the costume person to ask, but it would easily be the most complicated costume in the series. Especially if you want to make it look believable and not like a rubber suit. Okay, so JD Disputer meant that double-sided axe that shoots shotgun shells from its tip.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's like a...
So it's essentially like it's like a...
bayonet?
Yeah, bayonet, halberd.
Mm-hmm.
Halberd.
Except more bayonet than gun.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually exists, honestly.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Especially considering that a lot of medieval weaponry was far more effective as a blunt object than they were as firearms.
Well,
so having something that had a mass and a blade was, kind of standard for a lot of early firearm technology.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that'll work.
The great Michael Bay would be proud of the death ray.
Oh.
Ah, thanks, Michael Bay. Though, well, maybe not, because it's not. Because this is CGI, though. Or this isn't
Michael
CGI. Michael Bay, if you're watching, thanks for tuning in.
Right in. Donate to Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We know you got it.
We will put Shia LaBeouf in there.
If you insist, sir.
He can be the Twitcher. Or, yeah, he like twitches in and out of time.
Oh, I was about to say there's the Spaz, which, once again, Mythbusters reference.
The Cyborg should be the tank of the team. Yeah, I mean...
He'll literally be the tank.
Yeah,
he transforms into a tank.
I mean, Power Kid's probably the tank of the team that we're making right now. But he definitely would be a tank of a team.
Where can just stay there.
Now, should I drill all the way through so that we can get at wires from the bottom?
What if Ice Cream Man had a Spider-Man
gotta figure out where
wrist-mounted
we're putting
device
this to
that
answer
shot
that
soft
question.
ice cream?
We'll probably be putting that in here,
Where are
Oh,
we
I'll
putting
answer that in a second.
below the barrel.
So we're gonna have to run wires to it.
Okay.
So it sounds like the answer is yes.
Yes. All right then.
So we're doing some tech stuff here?
Yep.
Sort of.
Cool.
I am also pretty much giving up on this switch. I don't get it. It's made of magic.
Alright.
Um,
So you're just using a different switch, or?
well, so my first thought is I need to borrow Ian for a second
Yes.
and ask him how we can put this in there because it fits.
How
Because
can-
this is a working switch that will do what I want, and if we can fit it in there but without it being wibbly wobbly, that would work.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts there?
We could. We also have
Okay
a.
with that.
We also have, I think, what was a part of a.
have a lot of
Why
other
did I forget?
switches.
Why did I forget that we had this when we were thinking about what we need for barrels? We have what looks like it was part of some sort of thing. We have this thing.
Oh.
I don't-
Can I show that? That's cool.
In a second.
But yeah, no, I mean, he could definitely have... I mean, he is made of ice cream also, so... Answering a question from a minute ago. So, really his wrist thing would just be a thing that shoots a bit of himself out.
Nice.
Ice Cream Man.
You might be able to make that work. It's gonna be interesting but doable.
So here is the alternate switch. Just a second.
At least understand
here you
why
go.
that one works.
That's good.
Pretty
Good
cool.
idea.
Click.
I mean, we could crack this guy open, but
There's
Yeah.
a
Diminishing
little bit
returns.
for battery
Yeah,
in here
we
too.
can diminish
So
returns.
I'm assuming that means that this is where the battery goes. Also.
I mean, we could.
I don't know.
We
I mean,
could-
This is my battery right now. The thing is, we need a lot of volts going in, and the standard batteries run 1.5, and this runs 9. 9 is a big enough number. 1.5 is not. We probably should run a wire, just solder a wire in there or something.
could Chaotrix be armed with flashbang device, placeable strobe lights, basically to discombobulate enemies? I mean, she sort of does have that already. Her smoke bomb kind of also is pretty much a flashbang grenade. Has a bit of that tech in there, which she combines with her own ninja power, which she inherited because that's a genetic thing, I guess.
Totally.
Ninjutsu is genetic.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I don't suppose you have any large metal rods we can
Kiki.
use.
Kaiki Genkai.
Active.
Well, what is it? I
Probably
don't know.
I have this.
Um,
I have this copper
what?
tube.
Okay, kicking.
Yeah, that thing with the inheriting the bone technique, or
There's a lot of them.
yeah.
I mean, what? No, I don't watch a lot of anime.
I do.
There's no problem with that. I don't think you're.
You're
This
not
is
getting a high five here, am I? Thank you.
Um,
High five from the guy with the drill.
Now, if you people want to talk about comic books, I might not know very well. If you people want to talk about anime, now I'm your guy.
no, maybe we'll have an anime academy.
Why am I
Except
stressing myself
that's like
out about
every-
connecting wires when the guy next to me has a drill?
Oh yeah.
Actually, no, that wouldn't be a bit. Oh god.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Sorry, Hobonians.
Should we?
All right, now
Would you care for
now
the
I'm
range
thinking
of
about
little
this.
There-ish?
I could very well try.
Now I'm thinking about this anime academy.
Or,
Well, let's
so
see.
where do we
There
want wires coming out of
could
this?
be a
Do we
mech,
want wires coming out the front, the
major,
top,
tsundere.
sides, maybe?
Oh, the school council and the anime academy would be very interesting.
Yes. Well, let's see. If we incorporate that as our
School
trigger
festivals.
Yeah,
element-
let's figure out how we want it to look.
That's an alternate
Back
universe.
together.
Super Academy Universe Earth anime.
Oh, here, can I?
Can you hold the drill for a moment?
What if Dark Cop had a regular informant character to help him gather intel? We actually had an idea about that. I mean, Dark Cop is kind of the person who
Could you hold the drill for a minute?
would like to trust himself more often than others, but I think he definitely. I mean, if he knew he was paying them, also,
You would
like-
need something behind
like
this.
he would could definitely have someone
Something smaller
yeah.
than that.
getting him intel. The fact that he would be paying them also would make it feel like, okay, I'm not, asking you for a personal favor. I'm giving you this stuff to get me intel.
So I'm thinking something almost like
So yeah,
this.
no, I definitely Dark Cop definitely
Maybe not
does with
this,
that.
but
Sometimes he does it online or from people in other countries. He has a little network there. It's just has more problems with connecting with just
Has that weird gap.
regular people that he knows.
I don't know, how hard is it to do something about that gap?
If I had more hot glue, not very.
Oh, yeah, it's no way
Thank
to
you
do
guys
that.
again for
Just kind of like
for
a
sticking
swallow
with
going
us.
gnat. Just kind of.
Several,
No, I get it.
especially a lot of you who have been staying, since yesterday. So or who tuned in
Rules
yesterday.
Side at the back is
So thank you guys for joining us
Side
again.
in the back.
side in the back. Yeah.
We are now officially under 48 hours left for the Kickstarter. So please, again, if you can please just share that, make a pledge if you haven't, and
I'll probably.
okay, I mean,
that's
we've
just
made-
kinda set the whole
we've
goal.
made over
Probably
6,500
expand
or
the whole.
Yeah.
I
over
just-
6,000. So we've
Actually,
done a
we're
lot, but we still have a really long way to go.
Yeah, gonna have to be bigger than
Um,
that.
Yeah,
I
this
need
is-
like room to maneuver in there.
Oh yeah, this is just to set the hole and now.
Sure. Yeah, I've used a drill before.
You know.
So if any of you guys also have questions or suggestions or things you guys want them to do, just say it. And I'm not making promises for you. I'm not.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to make sure you didn't drill through anything too important.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
I didn't feel anything important.
Well, you're drilling through a spring right now.
Well,
You're
Yeah.
just missing it.
well, yeah, but I mean, it wouldn't.
So yeah. Okay. Silence. So let's see. I'm gonna go through this again.
Man, that thing is either on a I think it has to be on some sort of delay. It's really weird.
Oh yeah. We are actually 30 seconds ahead.
Okay. It's
So
always weird looking at that because
Yep.
I expect myself to be looking towards the screen and then I'm not.
yeah. It's talking about the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't pay no attention to it. It ain't there.
It's a thing, and it's a thing that you shouldn't worry about people at home. Ooh, ball bearing.
I know, right?
Get another every
Uh,
series. Can I see?
Oh, Grievous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Grievous Apprentice 15, for sharing the
Basically, just
the
want to
Kickstarter.
hook onto that
Um,
wires. Don't wanna do that
Yeah, thank you so much. Any little bit can help.
back, but then I can't
I could.
on the
I could.
clip.
Is the spring attached to that back?
I mean, a huge thing is also it's momentum is a big thing. Like if
So
people,
I'm kind of thinking
think that we can't make it yet, they might be less dedicated. Where if they can see a real like
it's going to be a bad
big
connection if we
like
don't
sort
either
of
get
momentum
alligator
towards
or
it, then
solder.
people are more
I can so make it bigger.
can be more motivated towards
Well,
that
if
as
I wanna
well.
make it bigger, or if I just
So
don't
thank
know
you
how
very
to
much for
do
that.
this? Probably a little bit of A, a little bit of B. I mean, what's your thoughts here?
I'm just gonna let
You
them
know
work.
the real world better than I do.
Yeah, you know electricians. You know this electrical stuff better than I do.
Well, so
Okay, so
I'm pretty much, if we're running wires out like that, I'm gonna need to get a wire. The question is like, how do we get solder in there? I mean, I could just drop it down there, but
yeah.
no. Or we just have a potentially kind of crappy connection.
Well, I mean, I think that's fine.
Just might not work reliably.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for though? Out of
Working reliably?
well, considering that we have a bag full of random stuff.
Mhm.
Well, let's get like a screwdriver.
Right here.
Yes. This will work.
By the way, just out of curiosity, like at what point do you think you'll be spray painting?
Probably once these holes are drilled and we have.
I think I'm the major slowdown right
Oh
now.
yeah, no, don't worry.
It's
Because I just want to let everyone know we're also we've shot a thing with our costume designer. It's gonna be we're gonna be showing that when they're spray painting. So
and presumably will have been edited and interesting and not just two people bumbling on the screen.
don't worry about it. So make sure to stick around for that.
Bowling is my major muscle.
Unless you've already donated, in which case.
Well, no, this is we're having fun too.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
So
right.
you're Captain Hot Glue Gun, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you see what's going on in there? I'm basically I've hooked the spring and I'm pulling it down. I don't suppose you could glob it that way.
I could try.
Maybe start from the outside, or I don't know. Because I'm thinking that might be a reliable enough connection. I can hold on to it. Or we can get Mr. Helpful Hands.
He's over there.
Oh,
Is this Mr. Helpful Hands?
Mr. Helpful Hands.
Oh wait, look. Can I show Mr. Helpful
Yes,
Hands?
you can.
So yeah,
Useful tool for this job.
just a second. So this is Mr. Helper Hands. It's magnifying glass, 2 clips. Hi guys. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I think he should be a Pixar character personally.
Like plenty.
I wouldn't push it down with my thumb quite yet.
So
maybe
Tony Stark probably has one of these.
No, I mean you're just pushing this thing back with your thumb.
Oh yeah, because that doesn't have a trigger.
Yeah.
Or
It's
a
actually
very
unfortunately solved the problem without.
Oh
It's also
man.
got a weighted base. It's convenient. Don't worry about it.
I think we got it.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
one
now
a question.
I test if this works.
Have either of you guys seen RWBY? It's Rooster Teeth's web series. Okay. Yeah, I'm aware of it. I haven't. I've actually been really recommended to see it. I've just been so busy with this sort of thing that I haven't watched that yet. But it's definitely on my list to see because I've heard so many great things about it.
All right.
We have a working trigger.
A bit.
Blue Dragon 5 asks,
We have
are
working
there
trigger if one wire comes out the front.
Oh, that's fine. We can do that.
Blue Dragon 5
What you're
asks,
gonna do is you're gonna expand this whole.
are there any unbreakable metals in the series? Is that possible? An unbreakable metal, like truly unbreakable?
I mean,
breaking?
Yeah.
we're not metallurgists.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But I
I
mean,
mean, I am a scientist. This does qualify me to talk baselessly on all subjects.
Oh, right. Of course.
and I'm a college
said,
grad, which makes me
And I went to art school, so
Oh, I
I don't have to know anything.
Well, see,
That's
see, I did too, but for the purpose of the joke.
Oh, I
Also,
see.
don't drill too far on this because
Yeah.
look what
don't
you're
wanna-
drilling into.
Oh yeah,
Um,
don't want to drill into that. Gotcha.
So, an unbreakable metal. I mean, the issue is what is unbreakable? Is it like you can't dent it? Is it this will never change shape? And then kind of the way the physics work is there isn't such a thing as unbreakable, unescapable, too heavy. There is such a thing as we don't believe that the universe contains enough energy to. So, if you have someone smart So, say Dark Cop, he would probably be like, it's not unbreakable.
Mhm.
It's just, we have no reason to believe there's enough energy in the universe to break it.
Right. So, I guess there's probably no metal at that level, but there is really, really strong metal.
Yeah.
Um,
You know, there's the stuff that, you know, Power Kid has to be the forger for because you just don't hit it hard enough. Also,
Titanite.
talking and drilling, same time, good idea.
I think I'm getting some drill dust.
Sorry, Dan.
No, it's okay, but I'm gonna die now.
Well, that's not my problem.
Oh, man.
I suppose it might be. I might need
No,
to find my way out of here.
How did the deans meet? I think
Exciting.
by deans, I think you mean, do you mean,
Let's-
some of the teachers? Only Valkyrina's the dean right now. But how they met? Well, Valkyrina, the other one is named Gothel. So Valkyrina, was the dean before, because she's like immortal, so she's been dean for like 20 years now. Oh, as if being 20 years
you,
maybe means
you need to be immortal for that.
right. That's not exactly what I meant.
She's been the dean for a while.
Yeah, obviously.
But she was old the entire time.
But no. I mean, Valkyrina served also on the
Are you blocking on me, or are you just watching?
Super Society,
Watching.
Okay.
high-ranking superhero.
Kind of want to solder that.
Worked a little bit with Gothel, and when Gothel though obviously got hired there, at first she just started as a teacher, which she still is, but Gothel also became more and more was able to be like a really good
If it doesn't work,
assistant
it's
to Valkyrina, because she works as a spy, so she has more of a, like Valkyrina tends to be almost a little, idealistic.
Optimistic.
Yeah, optimistic or idealistic.
Oh, he's totally good. Maybe we should fact check that a bit.
Right. And that's actually something I wanted to, and that's something that we'll have more in the series. There's originally much more of it, but obviously to get it down to,
Sure.
22 minutes, certain things had to be cut. But yeah, no. So Gothel is is sort of like an unofficial second. Well, no, she's the official vice dean. What's that? What's the official word for that?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Assistant dean,
yeah, assistant dean. That's it.
dean assistant.
Dean assistant. So
Hi, I'm Dean Assistant.
so hopefully that's something we can explore in the series proper.
So I'm not sure how much I trust this to work reliably, but we can fix that later if we need to keep this working for long periods of time.
Blue Dragon 5 asks, if you don't achieve funding this time around, will you try again in the future? Yeah, that's something we kind of discussed yesterday. Like I said, we've put a lot into this project that we're not just gonna give up on it.
They're not walking away.
Right. No, I really think that this series has a ton of potential, and we have a lot of really great people interested in it, which a lot of web series don't even have at that point. So these guys,
Yo.
you guys are cool.
I'll be honest, I'm more here because when am I going to get the chance to build a death ray?
Right. I just sort of it's oh yeah, those. I'm just saying right now that they agreed
I'm
to do
interested
it.
in the
That's
series,
not what I
don't get me
meant.
wrong, but today
That's
I am
not
here death ray.
Right. But
Actually, I'm just going to have.
But yeah, if we'll have to sort of reanalyze how we're going to do it. If it necessarily even has to be, a live action series or.
What you're going to do is you're going to hold black to one, red to the other.
So, we will try again. It'll just
Pinch it.
probably take a much longer, and it might be more difficult, especially we have to then.
I don't run at voltages
Like-
that can hurt you.
We'd be losing, a bit of the first time. Okay, we're
That'll work for now.
We're doing
Just
it
giving us
now.
we can drop something on it.
Okay.
doing it a second time just because there's the knowledge of okay, well they're doing it again, so it doesn't matter as much.
How about you?
If that, it's just sort of some people might sort of view it that way. But anyway, yeah, we will try it again, but it would just push things back. We might have to simplify things a lot also. So
Cut back on episode count to a
Right,
degree
exactly.
That's almost repulsive.
yeah, so
Or, you know, no one gets costumes. Just whatever the actors show up in.
Right.
That's,
Exactly.
that's on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Um.
Nope, now blue's on my hand.
Yeah, now we've got spider-web blues.
I'm okay with that. There we go. We have a working switch.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Oh, right, I was drilling holes in this thing.
So,
Yeah.
so with this shot, this has. Well, there's no battery in it, obviously, but.
Well, there wouldn't be a battery. I've bypassed the battery altogether.
Oh, cool. So what powers it?
Well, nothing yet, but
This.
Oh, okay.
eventually.
A battery pack.
Oh.
So,
As I said, the battery that you could put into this would be too low voltage to run the board that we need to run.
Okay.
Whereas the battery in this is not. Alternatively, you know, we can always just run it through USB, but I think when we start getting USB death rays, we start calling ThinkGeek.
What's Valkyrie's greatest regret? Well, that would be a spoiler. The character's darkest secrets. You can't just tell him that.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
No, we don't do that.
Time for more
That blows
drilling.
things up.
yep.
Gotta stop killing our LEDs.
What do you mean killing them?
We put too much power through them.
Oh, no.
They die.
not enough so they explode, though, which I've done before.
Well,
That's because you plug them into the wall. I'm plugging them into a 9-volt.
Well, if you're gonna kill them, could you at least blow them up, too? Don't.
I mean, if you want me to risk my safety, I can go plug it into this power cable.
That's okay. I think that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried about blowing these up now. Because I didn't bring enough that we can get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
It's a great. You know that you have a great like career path when you can say, "I'm worried about blowing this up now."
It's true.
So.
Full agreeal there.
Mhm.
Like at work, I get to use a laser.
Right.
At work, I get to use a slightly stronger computer.
Hmm.
I think 3 is safe-ish. So, what are these running at?
I would think that they're like less. They're like a half volt or something.
3 volt. Well, the question isn't what do they run at. The question is what's safe to run them at.
Oh,
Hmm.
I see.
Because I don't. I own like 2 resistors, and then this is a hobby, not my job. I don't really know how resistors are coded, so I don't know which resistor is which.
Mm.
Which?
Which is which? But no, I'm getting that 3 without a resistor is safe-ish, at least at the red end of things.
Mhm.
It's more of a how long will these LEDs last, but LEDs are cheap. If you guys want to use this in the real thing, you can buy a pack. Like, this and this, I think, was, I don't know, $1 online.
Mhm.
Something like that. It's just not an issue.
Is that what they use in Star Wars? Did they just use a lot of LEDs, or?
Probably.
Could be.
That was a really weird question.
Was
In-
1.9 to
like in,
2.1.
Oh, it's the Star Wars.
Speaking of which, I'm a complete idiot. I don't know what the resistance is. I have a freaking resistance measuring device. Right there. Why don't I grab it and go?
Will Power Kid ever adopt a cape for his costume? Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
not.
but only because it was lost and homeless.
Well, no, I mean, his thing is like, I mean, depending.
Where did it go?
And this isn't, I guess, too much. This isn't really a spoiler, right? I mean, you might not even see it that much, but like, if the series goes on for a while, I'd really like to have Power Kid's costume slowly get better as he goes through the school.
And, some people are like, maybe you should try.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the thing where it's also like, I think everyone's costumes would slowly get better as they keep going, because it's like updating your resume. Like, you gotta keep doing that.
Your super resume.
Yeah. So, well, which is another thing that you have, superhero job market, you have to have a good resume. So,
300. What sort of resistor do you want?
permanent resume, it gets saved on a super drive.
Just
embedded in BitTorrent.
So yeah. Well, it's no, he'd have to get rid of his hoodie. No, he wouldn't. He could have a cape hoodie. Oh, wait, that's just a cloak.
Ooh, he'd be like Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have a cloak.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, that's... thank you guys who have been sticking with us. Again, let us know if you have any questions.
Even though I start drilling every time he's about to say something interesting.
That's fine. Oh, here we go. Who would win a game of chess, Death Side or Dark Cop? Dark Cop. Like, no question whatsoever.
Dark Cop's made of smart. Like, there was this big vat, and we were putting in Dark Side, or...
Death Side.
Death Side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, was I saying Dark Cop is made of smart or Death Side?
Dark Cop is made of smart.
So, the vat is Dark Cop, and they're like, oh, let's pour some smart in there.
Mm-hmm.
A little more. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
And we're done.
Right. I mean, Death Side, I mean, he does have, his intelligence is more based around, I guess, psychology than it would be against, like, you know, logic or thinking ahead. Like, his entire thing with, in the first...
too many green, right?
Like, his entire thing with,
Yes.
with Power Kid, like, was just...
This resistor.
Just a psychological, like, where he said, like, I'm gonna tell everyone the truth. That was all, like, psychological. I mean, in reality, Dark Cop probably, or Death Side, wow, now I'm doing it. Death Side wouldn't have actually probably done it, but he knew that Power Kid would believe him. And, I mean, Death Side wouldn't have done that because his reputation would then get damaged by doing that. So, so yeah, Death Side is more psychological, knows how people think, where Dark Cop more like, you know, logical, strategy, that sort of thing.
Okay.
How many evil factions have you guys come up with so far? I mean, at least for the villain side, we have talked about, you know, some just sort of villain groups. Right now, at least for this, wow, sorry. If we had a season 2, that would be something we'd definitely delve into a lot more. I mean, right now we're focusing more on the heroes, but we have plans for, you know, factions of supervillains. Oh, don't worry.
That's why we're here.
So, I mean, have we... Nothing is set in stone for that, so I can't really say for sure. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you classify as a faction. Like, with one guy...
Where
like,
have you Where have you put out?
like, if Deathside and his, like, small amount of minions count as a faction, even...
3?
Like, they're a small amount, but they're really strong, like... So, yeah, that depends on how you classify faction, I'd say.
We would, of course, want these to go at the same time.
I would think so.
Then.
But that was a really great question, JD Disputer.
Okay.
Thanks.
I think this is ready for paint.
Awesome.
What holes do you have coming out the
Can
bottom?
we show that?
Yes.
Sick. Oh, yeah, plenty.
Actually, you want to show it to the camera?
Okay, so far what I've done here is I've got...
Actually, hold on.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
We've got this set up so that we've got 3 holes up top for lights, and 3 holes on either side. And then on the bottom, we've got holes for our wire to run through so that we can connect it to our thing higher. We can connect it to our magic box that Dan's going to figure out because I don't know anything about that stuff.
All right, cool.
But in the meantime, this is going to get spray painted.
Yeah, and while he's spray painting them, I'm going to show you guys a special thing met with our costume designer as well. And so here is a little bit that we shot for her. So I hope you enjoy, and hopefully when that's done, we'll be set for we'll be all painted. So we'll see you guys soon.
Yes. And hopefully we'll have...
I tried to turn it off.
That's the opposite. Okay, so we're at the Queen of Props.
Rental facilities.
Rental facility. This is Melissa Pritchett, and she was the art director on Super Academy. So, what kind of stuff did you do as like art director?
Well, what I did was, dress the sets, decorate, make sure everything looked the part of a Super Academy. Made sure that all the villains and the heroes were well dressed in the proper attire. What else did I do? Well, I made things look beautiful. This is where we put all of our cheers. Curtains are a very important thing to set decorating. We want them everywhere. They can be used for many different things. They can be used for capes.
Hi.
But we're not 100% sure what's going on with that. So I'm thinking I'm actually gonna repost that as its own separate video. And we've also been talking just during the break.
We have made two important decisions. Decision one is we'll find ourselves a pizza.
No, we just about how long paint might take to dry. That it just what do you?
And vis-a-vis the interest factor of watching paint dry.
Yeah.
We
Figured that it'd be.
It would probably be more interesting for you, the viewer, to see
it lighten up.
It lighting up than to see it with paint. So we'll probably you'll probably get to see the we're gonna try and get the lights the lights working, and then so that you'll get to see it looking lit up.
Right. If you we'll also show it. We can show it the final version of it being painted when we do the stream tomorrow. Do you think? Do you think they'd be able to?
I'm not available tomorrow, but
okay.
If we paint it, you guys could show off the final product.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to these boards for a while.
So I'll repost the Melissa thing as its own separate video. Actually, post that as we're doing the stream right now. So, you know, if you get bored of us but want to see more of us, it'll be on the page.
Is that enough? Do you need more?
One question we have is, worst case scenario, if you guys were to try this again in the future, would you consider doing half your budget, and just doing half of it? I mean, possibly. We'd just have to reconsider how we're doing it. You know, just the way we have it planned out right now, it'd be pretty much a bunch of pilot episode sort of things, which might actually not be a bad idea, you know, just to get more word out. So, like I said, I can't make any promises right now how if we would approach it differently. I mean, that might be an option, but we'll see. How did Dark Cop's costume evolve conceptually? Well, Dark Cop's outfit was always based around Batman. In fact, most of it... Oh, okay. In fact, most of his costume was a Batman costume that was just modified. But though I didn't want to give him the bat, like, head or bat ears.
Because of copyright infringement.
Well, also
And
just...
That doesn't seem that just doesn't seem like him.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a point where it goes from being, like, homage to just being...
Yeah.
Yeah, just...
I was making a joke.
No, I know. And I was, yeah. I still wanted to give him, like, a Batman-inspired sort of mask. So, he actually was a Nightwing mask.
We're going to do.
Familiar.
Yeah, it was originally red, though. Painted it black. And, that's...
If I move the solder or the glue gun?
I mean, that's how his costume evolved. I like that he doesn't have, like, anything on his head, also just to show off Beck's fabulous hair.
Yes.
So in that case, we're working on the lights now.
I've never been able to get these right remotely without soldering them.
Grievous Apprentice 15 asks, will the whole series be on that guy with the glasses? I don't know. I mean, there's been no talks about that. I mean, right now, that guy with the glasses was more just as a single promotion, and then our main thing, I mean, that's a conversation we'd have to have once it's funded. So, I mean, I would love for it to be on that guy with the glasses, but ultimately, it's not my decision for that. So, that would be amazing.
Unless
But again, I can't say for sure. But
Your holds?
we wouldn't object. We wouldn't object to that.
matter much to me.
So yeah, and a big thank you. I mean, if he's watching, which I mean, it's Christmas, so maybe I don't know. He's probably busy, but thank you to that guy, to Doug Walker, and people at that guy with the glasses for the promotion. I mean, so much of our so many people wouldn't know what Super Academy was if it wasn't for that. So we just really want to thank him for that. I mean, putting it also on his Man of Steel review, which was like undoubtedly one of his most hyped reviews. Just giving us the time to do
Much
that.
like Man
And
of Steel.
topical.
Yeah. So so yeah, thank you thank you Zack Snyder for making Man of Steel,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Thanks.
So
I
sure
heard,
I'm okay
I heard,
with
I mean,
that.
I heard Batman was going to be in the next one.
yeah, and Wonder Woman and
Yeah, but who cares about Wonder Woman? I'm just joking. We all care about Wonder Woman.
Flash and Green
Flash is
Lantern.
gonna be in it?
No, I don't know. No, let's
No,
just have
someone is
everyone.
going to
Are
Flash.
they just going to make a movie for each and then create a Justice League movie?
Maybe.
A la the Avengers.
Well, that's what the thing is. DC can't decide. Like, it's like, well, okay, let's do that, but you know what? Let's put Wonder Woman in the Superman Batman one too,
They
because
have
See
hired
how
a
it
Wonder
tests.
Woman.
yeah. I mean, they've been trying to make a Wonder Woman movie for 2 decades now, and every time it falls apart.
Huh.
So
Like so many invisible jets.
Yikes, dude.
So I'm gonna start to post the Melissa video as well. Definitely check that out if you get a chance. I mean, it's only going to be 10 minutes long, so, you know, just see a little bit of where the magic comes from.
From Doctor Strange. I said.
That's a good one.
Except for the bad ones.
I need to.
Or are those the best ones?
I'm gonna need to. I don't want to just because my computer, the amount of data it's using for streaming, I'm gonna switch to another computer. So just to start the upload. So if you guys want to entertain the audience a bit, if you want to order pizza, you can too.
Kind of have to one thing at a time, so
Okay.
you can wait.
So I'll be right back. I'm just gonna start the upload.
We'll banter, but since I'm not in front of the computer screen, I can't respond directly. I suppose I could lean over.
You can move it.
I suppose I could.
Nope.
Let's see. What else?
How much of a surgeon are you with hot glue gun?
Oof.
Do you think you could get these without completely gooing the leads?
Oh, I mean, I could drop in a little bit of hot glue, and leave these guys on the outside untouched.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know what hot glue will do to an LED, but
Probably not much.
yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping. Let's just test on these 4, and if we can get these 4 to do what we want when they're... I will...
Okay.
Wow, in a big box.
Is that what we thought we were going to do?
We've thought that repeatedly, and I keep looking at that and going, do we really need that big of a box? Holy
I mean, we
crap.
definitely don't need that big of a box, but...
Well,
Uh-oh.
in theory, we could sacrifice one of the various boxes that I have with me. They're cardboard, but if you paint over them, who cares?
Yeah.
Get this thing open. There we go. That's it.
Might be some technical difficulties actually.
I'm seeing a please stand by.
Yeah. Might be having some issues actually.
Cool.
Oh shoot, it might be because I'm uploading that other video at the same time.
Trash your upload.
Yeah. I'm gonna cancel the other one.
Trigger here.
Sure. I feel like then our hands are going to be covering those LEDs and that's the other shit. Yeah.
Otherwise we can do trigger up here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
So wherever we want the box, this is in the box. We need wires from these 2 leads.
See, bottom line, how much are you willing to put into the Kickstarter yourself?
I don't think you're technically supposed to do
Well,
that.
I mean, the thing is that for the project itself, we actually did have a lot. We're going to put money in for ourselves. The Kickstarter was, I mean, we took that into account, how much money we'd be putting it into ourselves, and did
when
in fact...
building your budget.
Right, so the money that we were going to put into it ourselves isn't part of that Kickstarter. Like, that's its own little separate thing. Kickstarter also the thing where you're not supposed to put your own money into it.
So I think we're gonna have to either solder or use the alligator
Right.
tips.
So you could, I mean, some will sometimes
All right. Well,
use a false name or
Could
give it to
you
their friend to
start getting
donate.
these in
Like,
there?
Yes.
you know, like, hey, buddy, I'm going to give you $2,000. Can you back my Kickstarter project? Because I can't do it directly.
Is this the table you love the least?
Right. Well. So, it looks like everything's working now. I'm gonna upload the Melissa costume design thing when we're done with the stream instead, because I think that might
Weird
have been
space around this.
that may have been related to the problem. How are guys? Are people seeing everything okay? Are things in the way? You know, do you want to move in closer?
You probably can't simultaneously hot glue and solder.
Yeah.
I suppose if we
Do you want us to mug for the camera more? I don't know. Do you guys want to see?
Yeah. What was that?
Do you guys want to see more of me? I mean, I'm kind of
Out to the
a
side.
voice.
Also the one talking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking, but only when we're thinking.
Yeah.
Brain doohickying.
We got a request to order pizza in a funny voice.
A funny voice, you say?
Oh.
Yes.
Well, since he's the one ordering pizza.
Aw.
Sorry, I just
I'm-
delegated. No, Ben.
Oh.
You just got delegated.
Okay.
Deletold. Deleterious.
What do people want?
I ate before I came.
Pepperoni or cheese or something.
Is there any issue with like eating when you're near all this stuff?
Once I start soldering, don't breathe too closely to that. I'm not
You hear
kidding
that,
you.
people at
Lead
folks?
vapor is
Mhm.
not.
Yeah, because it has lead in it.
That'd be the major issue with lead vapor. Yeah, is the lead.
Chat, do any of you guys want pizza? If you give us,
Give us a small Kickstarter donation. We're gonna kickstart our pizza.
yeah,
Go to our
actually,
separate page.
Nice.
no, yeah, no, I mean, if we donate $200, we'll order you a pizza right now,
Buy you a pizza and fly it out to you.
Or-
We're serious.
or we'll order whatever pizza place is closest to you.
I mean, that would be the logical way.
Sure, if you want a good idea, sure.
Where do you want it from?
Don't care. Just wherever's close.
So just you and me?
I think so.
Okay, do you want to split it then?
Sure.
Do you have cash or?
Yeah.
Well, we can divvy that up later.
Um,
Oh.
So
Go
I
back
got.
however many of those
I think
you
I'm
don't
gonna
need.
do. I think I'm gonna do green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red.
Can anyone burp the alphabet?
Let's start with 2, or do we just
I
want to get a lot of
can't.
them
I'll-
in there?
Oh,
I mean,
they're in
we
the
just
zone
want
right
you
now,
to
so I'll
shoot
ask them when they're-
Yeah, I mean, the question is, how do we want to balance getting LEDs in there? The other thing is, we're not going to be able to do that same trick for these. We're going to have to do these differently.
We'd probably want to put the line on first, but on
No.
I could glue them from the top though.
Well, yeah. Still find it amazing that you got physically perfect
Oh,
screw sizing.
Well, I did drill I did take out a bunch of drill.
So
bits.
we're getting Papa John's.
All right.
Unless someone in the. I don't know. What should I get on it, you guys? Chat. I'm deterring to YouTube comments for my pizza topping. Deferring. This is a horrible idea. I'm not doing
In case
that.
you guys haven't been around soldering irons before, kind of dangerous once it heats up.
Yep. You treat them with much more respect than I do. That's for sure.
I
Do you
also
wanna
tell all of the people around them, hey, watch out, this will burn you.
Yeah.
I'll ask you later. You
What?
must focus.
Yeah.
Can you burp the alphabet? One of them wants to know.
I certainly can't.
Grievous Apprentice 15.
Can't say that I've tried. Would you like me to try?
Sure.
Gosh.
Wow.
Almost choked there.
Yeah. Well.
So, I think that's a no. Not without choking. I got up to B
No, that was good.
without caffeinated cola.
Do you want caffeinated
Closest
cola?
source of water.
Upstairs.
Does that not work?
It's
Doesn't have to be good
it's
water.
clay-y.
Doesn't have to be good water.
Okay.
This is basically a cool thing down.
Oh, I thought you were gonna eat it.
No.
Okay.
It's a sponge.
Yeah, don't eat
I
clay
cannot
water.
speak through here. Nope. I may boil some clay water. I will not
Just do you
eat
want
the clay water?
soda?
Don't care.
Okay. I want a soda.
Well, get soda.
I will get a soda. All right.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's a good question. I'll answer that in this.
Suppose while you're doing that, you could play around with like that blue tube or something.
I think that blue tube's gonna get used.
Mhm.
I'll probably leave a majority of the stuff that Jacob bought with you when we're done here, because aside, well, everything that I brought, I'll probably bring my light bulb home. But
Now the next question for me is: am I walking home? Well, no. Am I
No.
busing home or?
I can probably
Um,
give you a ride.
Blue
I was
yeah,
coming
I'm
from
getting
the other
pepperoni,
direction,
so.
But
Okay.
are you're in?
I'm like by campus.
yeah,
Newman
I'm.
campus.
That's
Like
it's-
the wrong direction for you.
U of M campus is. I mean, it's
Should
not.
have done this before I broke out the soldering iron.
Um,
What did I do with my solder?
oh,
I brought some.
a good question if you're, if you need to focus on. Oh,
I can multitask.
okay. Let me bring the camera closer
So
I can see.
have that around because I might want to use that.
But what kind of video games do you guys play? They're asking.
Lately, I've been playing Rogue Legacy.
So this is the thing he's setting up right there.
Yeah, it's a soldering iron. It melts stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I also forgot that we have this switch. These are cool.
Try the table's in the way. I can't get much closer. So.
Here it is. El
Well-
Sader.
I, due to funding restraints, have been out of video games for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But, exciting news, everybody! I just bought last generation system like this week.
Ooh.
So
I'd
I'm
high
now
five you, but I
the
just
proud
touched
owner of a PlayStation
lead.
3.
I think you need to wait. Yeah. I don't think it's for. Well, it is a last generation system. That just seems so like. Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
I mean,
textbook definition, dude.
I know.
it's just the thing is,
Another crappy
have-
superhero textbook definition. Man.
not having it. I have been calling them the next generation systems, and I realized that at the
next
point
few.
where there are systems beyond that are coming out, I can no longer call them that.
Also, if you have nothing to do, I have a lot of wire.
Oh yes, I get through more wire.
Yeah, right now I
But
just need 4 stripped. But
I've been playing the game that came with the bundle, which is Last of Us.
Oh,
And
nice.
I have been enjoying the roughly 2 hours that I've played of it. I'm very bad at those type of games, though.
Yeah.
So don't ask me for any hints. Oh, I just cut that wire. Don't ask me
that's
for any
fine.
hints
I got
because
them
People
I'm
don't-
long.
I'm terrible at those games. But that is what I'm playing.
People don't ask for hints anymore.
Now they just
Yeah,
internet
they
them.
just- Yeah, they used internet.
Um,
Okay, what did I do with my
I
left?
kind of miss instruction manuals though.
A bit, yeah.
Oh, you mean players?
Yeah,
guys.
Player's Guide. Most of the time I won't even have the game for them. I just read them. Good
Oh.
literature.
Okay.
Sounds like kind of a sad existence.
Really, no one else. Okay,
Are you
fine.
kidding me? I didn't read the instruction guides of the games I owned.
All right. Well,
That's not a thing I do. That said, I tend to play games that aren't big on instruction manual, so... Okay, so... Get hot glue on this.
On there, possibly.
It's fine.
Hot glue just kind of drizzles on here.
Understand. Okay, yes, we are indeed vaporizing. That's a good thing.
that's another thing you get to say in your job is I'm vaporizing, and that's a good thing.
Well, once again,
Well-
not job.
Bobby.
Oh yeah, hobby. Okay. Favorite. My favorite game.
So before I get too far here, if I do accidentally seriously burn myself, what is my backup plan? Where am I going to get like cold water or whatever?
Well, there's a
burn
sink
supplies
there.
Okay.
Do you,
I don't expect it to happen, but
It's just good to know.
I respect anything that I expect could melt my skin.
couple want JD Disputer wants to be your PSN friend.
I haven't really set up my PSN account yet. I just kind of skipped right to playing
Yeah,
stuff. Because literally, last night I set it up, and I
Happens.
almost made an excuse to Jacob to not come tonight so that I could go home and play it. But I decided to be a good friend.
Yeah, this wouldn't have been a terribly good event without you, dude.
Well,
It would have just been me playing with my Arduino.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, and we're trying to keep this PG-13.
Yikes.
Um,
Not that Arduino. Speaking of which, try not to breathe that. Won't kill ya, but it's probably not good for you.
yeah.
Mine's
Another
And-
fun thing I can say.
it's a weird spell. I have to actually double check. It's Nadar, but it's spelled a certain way. It's named after.
Ralph Nader.
No, it was a D&D character actually. But
I'm really tempted just to like overcut wires and have you strip them just to save me time in the future. It's like, oh, I cut, 100 and I only needed 7. Oops. You're so much better at this than I am. It's embarrassing. No, I'm serious. I will usually lose half of the length of my wires when I try to strip them.
Yeah, these solid core ones are especially. I don't know if I find
Right
solid
through them.
Yeah, I don't know if I find solid cores or the other cords easier to use.
By the way, I guarantee you there is a good reason that I have a large number of non-sequential ones.
I'll check my. Would have to check my PSN, I guess. I'm gonna have to go quickly do something. Check something quick. So, one question that they have is, what's your favorite Toy Story character?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably Slinky Dog.
Oops.
Especially as voiced by the late Jim Varney. Was always a. I always respected him as a comedian, or maybe respect's the wrong word considering that I.
Don't have any respect for him.
No, but I was, when I watched Ernest Scared Stupid, I was very young, and I don't think I respected anyone at that age. I mean, how much can you respect someone when you're 5?
This much.
Good answer.
Alright,
Let's
time for
see.
test. Now, I'm not going to be able to see if that lights up, so...
The ham, the
Pig.
the pig bag,
Big.
pig bank. I forget his name. They just call him if he has a name.
Ham.
He is also a beloved character. I like his witty sarcasm.
Backwards. Long is
Spanish
round.
version Buzz Lightyear, also very entertaining.
I don't remember that.
That was in Toy Story 3, I want to say.
Explain why. I haven't seen that
Oh, that was a good one.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, if you stopped at Toy Story 2, you missed out, because Toy Story 3, also an emotional powerhouse.
This is concerning. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh, what?
Guess I didn't actually plug it in.
Oh, whatever.
I'm like, why isn't it lighting it up? Oh, well, maybe I should plug it in first. I am made of genius. Not the good kind of genius. Okay, so, once again, long goes to ground. It's directional. Pressing play. Get some fake blood.
She's like, ah! Ah!
Alright, it should be going now.
Ah! Something terrible
I
happened!
melted myself.
No, we're actually okay. Don't worry.
Are we actually going
And yes,
yet?
I do like French toast.
Yep.
Were you gonna send me some?
We're 30 seconds behind, so we won't know if it's... Oh, hey, there we go. So yes, we are back
On melt.
from outer space.
Just
Good.
bumped into finding you.
That's it. Look.
The other one was so nice and worked well. Why are you misbehaving? Mainly because I'm not good at this. Sit, stay, tension.
How is the volume, by the way, for people watching? If we're too soft, we can increase it as well.
For listeners at home, how
Yeah.
hard of a job is being listener at home right now?
Ooh, that smells soldery.
There's a reason I blow out the entire time I do it. That's poor man's vacuum hood.
I wish this camera had zoom. Then I could... Actually,
I would say bring it around, but honestly, you want to keep that away from the side.
yeah,
iron.
that's
like,
a good point.
like mistakes, not likely to happen. What happens when they happen? No, bad.
Volume is good. All right, cool. Best Muppet. Let's see. I think
That's pretty shit. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Animal is up there.
That's pretty cool. He's pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
What's... Gonzo has a rat friend. What's his name?
Gonzo was the right
Raz.
friend.
Raz.
No.
Oh,
I'm-
Gonzo is the Gonzo.
We will give a cookie internet thumbs up to whoever, if anyone can identify the rat right now. Well, as in 30 seconds in the past, because we're in a time dilation right here.
That's actually my superpower.
Comment. Not knowing much physics, I'm just gonna say no comment and walk away.
Oscar is pretty cool. He's just so, I think it's just because he's awesome, just because, like, he's, you know, he's such a good foil for everyone on Sesame Street.
Yes.
Just like, hey, we're... So yes, one of those guys. But you can't. They're the
Any of
Muppets.
them, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, can you pick favorites?
Well, yes, you can.
Yeah,
But
obviously, you can pick favorites for anything.
I'm gonna.
blowing them direct, the solder and smoke directly at Ben, aren't they?
Am I gonna die?
No.
It's not super lethal. Like, shit ain't good for you, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
No,
I
I mean,
hope I'm not being laissez-faire here.
No, I was kidding.
We eat trace amounts of lead in most things.
This probably is not trace.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so... okay, not just solder them together. You might want to, like, glue the wires out of their mutual ways, but... Okay, and we're gonna test that one. Which one's long and which one's short? Well, we're gonna assume this one's long because I'm pretty sure it doesn't blow up when you briefly plug it in wrong.
Do we like waffles? Do we like pancakes? Do you like
Yes.
French toast?
I did say I
Yes.
like French
Yes.
toast.
I guess I'm behind everyone.
I like all of those things.
Yeah, as I said, yes, yes, and yes. Is it a breakfast food? I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's up here.
Favorite anime?
Ooh.
Uh,
How deep do you want to get?
I'm
boy.
doing this a close up on you.
Oh boy, how deep do you want to get?
Actually, this is a better angle anyway.
Mushishi's really good. The funny thing, I haven't finished it yet. It's my. I know it's the saddest part about my anime fandom is I have not finished Mushishi. It's currently on my computer.
And Hulu and Netflix.
Yes, it's just I can't stream things at my house, which is why we're not having the event at my house.
No.
It's
Rizzo the Rat.
No, bad upload.
Thank you.
I'll start looking on.
You get a cookie. But that was a thumbs up, not a cookie. But
Harry, if you get me my email and your email and remind me, I can either send you somewhere where you can get a cookie. I will deliver it to your browser. Internet joke. In theory, I could send you an email with some hash cash, but that's the most obscurest of jokes, so no one will really get it.
I certainly don't.
I could explain hash cash, but it's not really interesting. Well,
Neither.
I find it interesting.
Is it like Bitcoin?
Bit.
But
Okay, so we're unplugging the soldering iron because we're not ready to solder more yet.
Okay.
What we are going to do...
Wow, thank you for people who have stuck around for 6 hours, or 2 hours now.
I was about to say, how long are we planning on streaming this thing? Because I am moving slow.
Until it's done, gosh darn it.
Okay.
Gosh darn it to heck. Poodly poo.
that's probably not okay with me.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to want this thing on top here. Again.
I mean, a safe answer probably Cowboy Bebop because it's.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I almost don't
Classic.
want to say that as an answer because it's so.
Classic?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
Classic.
I personally have a fondness for things that are obscure, potentially even
Potentially
enjoyable,
lethal.
potentially even great for not being particularly great. Because I find it more fun to share anime with people when they haven't heard of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, a bunch of
Like
my
the
answers
question
are...
mark on every
Ben
sentence.
is someone who, on very briefly, would come in to the anime club that I ran at our
Yeah.
college and just within
yeah,
5 minutes, be scared off by.
No, I
whatever
wasn't
it was.
scared. I would have. I wish I could have come every week, just because, like, again, seeing those things, like usually because I'd come in, I would always
You just
come in
have no clue what's going on.
because I'd usually come in like the second act or something too,
Yeah.
or it'd be the show about like the vegetables and or like the teaching minerals. What is it?
Maybe you might be thinking, oh geez, what's the name? Moyashima was the one that talked about.
It was an
about
educational show.
Bacteria.
Yes, that was it.
That would be Moyashima. That was fun. I screamed that as that was airing, and it was adorable. Probably there's an anime called Mononoke, not to be confused with the Ghibli movie Princess Mononoke. That is, I think is one of the anime that I recommend most highly because it is very beautiful. It's pretty intense and it's just fun to watch. Recently, like in the last couple seasons, Shinseki Yori was very good. Yeah, it's like it aired like last summer. Or this summer, I should say. And that was really high on my list. As far as anime that I own physical copies of, maybe Hellsing, the original series, I really enjoy, even though it's vastly divergent from the manga. Because I just like it, and I think it has really good art direction.
Yeah.
I have to kind of both weight things when I make opinions about anime. So you gotta kind of broach the subject carefully. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That would be it. Brotherhood is it's the best anime ever made. So.
Okay, so
Oh.
Woo!
What you
got
got?
lights, and they're on the Switch.
does it show up at all on camera? We'll have to wait 30 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, yes, it shows up
Oh man.
just a little bit.
So it's right next to the duct tape at the bottom, opposite side from my hand.
Bam.
On, off, on, off, on, off, off, off.
Awesome.
And there you have it, folks. Death Ray. Good night, everybody.
But wait, there's very, 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 very slightly more. In a minute.
Best Superman moment.
You know, I never got into Superman.
For some reason,
For-
what
for-
just went through my head was this one right here, and then he crashes through the
Yeah,
wall.
tear off my reveal that I am Superman.
The superist.
That would be
Let's-
good.
Big reveal, everybody.
That'd be a good.
Superman.
That'd be a great promo. It's like, oh yeah, we have Superman working on our
Yeah.
on our live stream, so you guys should tune in.
Yeah.
Works
Yeah,
for
surprisingly
me.
for someone who's helping raise money for a superhero-based thing, I don't
big
read
superhero.
this comics.
No, that's okay.
Superheroes.
You do.
Gotta do the golf quite thing again.
No, I mean a lot of
Okay.
my. Well, I mean, I think a lot of it's going to be the same as like others, like the part with most of the scenes in the Bruce Timm things of Superman versus Darkseid, really awesome.
Are they both dead?
Um,
Ooh.
haven't been as big of a fan as the live action ones of Superman.
Yeah, once we get basically them working, wiring them up to be like, okay, wait till it turns off. It's just a simple matter of programming, which is kind of our buzzword for hard, but also our buzzword for easy. So I'm going to unplug this, and then we're going to...
And then I'll glue in
Yeah,
more
you're going to
LEDs.
glue in more LEDs.
Or
I already unplugged it. That was it. Not hot enough.
though,
Yeah, let's just do more LEDs. We'll have to pre-wire these ones. But you should get your stuff plugged in, though.
Yeah.
While I tear this all apart again.
and while they do that, yeah, no, best moment for me is the end of Superman Unbound. If you haven't seen it, it'll make you or not Unbound. Superman vs. the Elite. That was it. Or it's just kind of like a deconstruction of Superman and like him versus like comic book anti-heroes and like everyone like them saying like Superman's too idealistic and you don't fit around anymore. I mean, it's really meta, but it's pretty cool. Best Loki
Okay, you are
moment?
plugged in. Supposed to say you plugged in.
I mean, I only really know Loki from the Avengers and Thor movies, so I guess his speech at
I haven't seen it.
yeah,
It was Thor,
the speech at the when he was like the whole bowing thing. I mean, pretty much the entire Avengers he was pretty much there to just constantly get owned by people. Like-
Well, yeah,
Like pretty much.
yeah,
I mean, like every scene he was in, like it would end with like him getting,
kicked.
yeah, pretty much in various new ways.
Is it not reaching out the
No,
same way?
it'll be good.
Okay. Oh, I was running them from the inside.
But you know, I mean, he's a fun guy to watch. I mean,
It's a harder play.
it's the most interesting part of the movie Thor, the first Thor,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, Thor himself isn't as. It's like.
It just isn't as exciting.
It's like I mean, I think one of my professors like summed it up. Basically, the first Thor movie is about this guy's dad kicks him out of the house, and he goes around, he meets some chick, and then comes back.
A friend of mine calls it a coming of age story.
I guess,
I don't think he's wrong.
yeah. Have you seen the Joker blogs? Yes. Have you guys seen the Joker blogs? All right, guys. So that's an awesome. It's a thing where it's basically a guy who does like a perfect impression of Heath Ledger's Joker, but it's of him in Arkham Asylum and him like Harleen Quinzel is doing like trying to do therapy sessions with him, but it's like sort of Nolan-esque. So they have little references to the comics too in there, but yeah, no, it's really interesting. I mean, they're really freaky.
Are they comedic or are they...
Well, I mean, they're comedic in the Joker kind of funny way.
Okay.
So
So psychotic.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like does perfect like Heath Ledger impression. I mean, aside from the fact that he's obviously much younger than Heath Ledger is, but like the performance is really good. I mean, most of the episodes are just him in front of a camera, like as a guy off screen,
Yeah.
ask him stuff.
So on a scale from 0 to 1, how many extra extension cables can you provide? That is 0 or a 1.
Oh, well, we have a new continuance of mind. If you read the actual comic books about Hawkeye, it asks the best moment question. I mean, how do you know we haven't read Hawkeye? I mean, I haven't. Have you? No? Okay.
Read a lot of
So,
comics.
yeah, we
I don't
we
do
haven't.
a lot of things. I'm a grad student. Like, this is my night off.
Mhm.
As I said before, I'm here because when else will I get a chance to do this?
Mhm.
Oh, it's 9:30.
Yeah, wow.
This may run late, guys. I'm sorry, this is slow work.
That's... I mean, it's okay in the sense that I have a car and I can leave.
Yeah, but
I
you're
know you
volunteering me a
need me.
ride. I can
know.
bus, but
I
man,
know.
that sucked getting here.
Yeah, I'll give you a round.
Red,
Oh, green. Or
Green.
yellow.
yellow. Did I give you two?
Oh, favorite character from our series so far?
Make it work. Just make sure that enough wires out. there that I can
I'd
suck
say
into it.
to write, Dark Cop is my favorite character I'm writing. Actually, there are a couple characters who we haven't been introduced yet, who are really fun to write. But I'd say Dark Cop's my favorite, like just overall character with that. What do you get? Do you guys have a favorite one? Or?
I mean-
the biggest thing that I don't like about the characters, they're really awkward.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Socially difficult.
well,
I know that's important. That's just a thing that I don't like in characters. Makes it hard to say that I like either of them because they're both a very special type of socially difficult.
well, I mean, that was also kind of the point.
I know.
No, I'm not. No, you don't have to choose between any of those two either. Like you
I
can.
don't know many of the other characters.
Oh.
I really shouldn't be rubbing my eye until I wash my hands.
Well, if we put you guys in the
I
series.
really don't have to.
If you guys want to be two tech guys, in the tech major will give you like a spangly outfit and goggles.
Ooh,
I think I'm relatively qualified to teach a class.
I think I'm relatively qualified to.
Be the janitor.
I was trying to. I was thinking that maybe I'd make a punchline there, but I couldn't think of one fast enough. It's late for me, guys. I normally go to bed at like 9. I'm an old man.
I run late, but I also don't run like in front of people late. So it's getting towards the part of the night where it's like I'm not interacting with people. But I'll live.
Yeah.
Woke up early, that means that I'll be able to stay up much later than normal.
Huh?
Wait. What? Oh, okay.
I usually find that if you say a strange thing, it usually works until you try to think about it. So just think about it.
I'm thinking that
You
if we get a series of light that we'll probably not finish this on air,
Okay.
which I hate to say, but
Well, I mean,
Let's aim for our on-air target then being just these 3.
well, 6.
Looks like 3 to me.
Yeah.
And that's the point. And then we're going to make this our box. Then some hot gluing and... Because, yeah, these are the easy 3, and it's enough. I think that might be for you.
Pizza Man.
Oh, thank God.
Um,
I'm not going to eat and solder at the same time. So
yeah,
it's
that's
relevant.
probably. Do we think Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the devil?
Why would we? Is there
Yeah.
something wrong with Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Well, he is. The devil is supposed to be very handsome. The devil is someone you wouldn't see coming, so maybe.
It's one case against him.
I guess.
True.
That's
True.
an insult.
Oh.
I said that's one case against him.
You know, the thing I find interesting about Joseph Gordon-Levitt is that if you watch Third Rock from the Sun, and you saw that kid, you wouldn't have thought he would have had a career ahead of him.
Or become Batman.
Or become Batman. He's gonna be Batman. I keep forgetting that. I haven't been keeping up on these things.
Spoiler. No, I don't. He's not playing Batman.
Spoiler alert, he is literally Batman.
Or I don't know. Or Nightwing. I don't know. He could. You know what? Okay. So this is what I think they would be awesome. Is what if they did like a Batman Beyond movie?
And had one with Nightwing as the...
Or, well, here's my idea.
Like
Okay.
any good sci-fi.
So what if, or if you wanted to do it a present day thing, you could have it be where, Batman Beyond-esque, but in the present day, which doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it'd be like, you could still have the old Batman. You could be like from the 30s or 40s Batman.
Yeah.
Old man Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, just because, that could be, but no one listens to me. I mean,
I'm pretty sure
Warner Brothers.
however many people are currently streaming, I'll listen to you.
Right. No, you guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking around.
So, show of hands on the live stream. How many people are excited? Just in general.
Yeah, if you're, it's gonna be about a minute before they hear that. So,
That's fine. I really want to see what people come up with in show of hands in the comment thread. We'll call that the social science in me. Social science is strong with this one. Social science is a thing.
No, I got it. I just.
Like a social science. Also known as mad science.
Pizza likely upstairs, so if you, whenever you're not soldering or melting metal.
Well, it's either like now or in a bit. I'd rather it be in a bit. If we're calling these 6 LEDs enough for where we have to call it a night. Not as finished of a product as we perhaps were hoping for, but I think that's alright-ish.
Yeah, I mean, you can only ask for so much for free labor, and also I have to work in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, that's the big issue. Is you've got to work.
Yeah, and I don't want to leave you hanging as far as I want to be able to drive you home and stuff. So.
Maybe.
Best kind of donut.
Ooh. I'm really a fan of those old-fashioned donuts.
You mean ones that have an old-fashioned drink in it?
I need What?
That would have been alcoholic.
This is going to be pretty specific, but I work at a sign shop in Bloomington, Minnesota, and in the same strip mall, there is a donut shop called Sunrise Donuts, and they make really good donuts. They make an old-fashioned with, I think it's like a cherry kind of frosting. Very good.
What exactly is an old-fashioned donut versus a modern donut?
You know?
Or the drink named Old Fashioned.
I don't know what that is at all.
It's an alcoholic drink. Neither do I. I just know that's the name of an alcoholic drink.
I know that they look like they're kind of crimped, but they're not the puffy crimped ones.
There it is. I was about to say, what did I do with my lead? Technically solder, not lead.
All right, so that's a good answer.
There is.
Not enough yet.
If you're ever in Minneapolis, though, the donut shop I really got to recommend is there's a donut shop that's a very kind of boutique donut shop that opened up on Nicollet, near the Minneapolis College of Art and Design, called Glam Doll Donuts. And you know, these aren't your donuts that they're not the kind of donut shop where you're gonna buy like a dozen for $6. You're gonna get like one donut for $5.
The bacon donut.
Well, I don't usually go for the donuts with bacon. I know a lot of people love putting bacon on everything. I'm not the biggest fan of bacon.
I haven't even tried that one yet.
I have not either. Caramelized bacon does not sound all that appealing to me.
It sounds like there's a limit. There's a line that we do not cross, and bacon donuts is one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Also
sure
that one. That line right there.
Yeah, we drew that to keep you away off camera, man. Please, stay on that side. It's called a callback, folks.
Yeah. Thank you for anyone who stayed
long enough to think that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone who got that joke is awesome. The rest of you,
for those of you that have
also
been here,
awesome.
For those of you that have been here the whole time and still don't think that's funny, I'm sorry.
I'm not. If I was sorry every time I made a stupid joke, I would spend a lot of time apologizing.
We'd spend a lot of time being sorry.
Okay, that's melty.
But
Let's make melting happen, folks.
Yeah, they make very good donuts at that Glam Doll place. It's a great date spot for people that like donuts and also have girlfriends.
Who also like donuts.
Who also like donuts.
Boyfriends also.
Boyfriends also, we're not judging.
Or, you know, if said listener was female. Genders, Ian. There's more than one. Fortunately.
But let's face it. Let's face it, guys. Who's gonna be watching us live stream this?
Men and women.
We have Super Academy has a very diverse gender fan base, so which we're happy about. I'm not actually making that. That's
I believe it. I'm not actually. Trust me, I'm not actually sexist, folks. I'm just.
He just plays one on TV.
I just play one on live stream.
As I said, TV. Should have set this up to go on the TV at home just to make that joke. I wish I had.
Continuance of Mind says, and this question hasn't been asked before, so don't worry. What is your favorite superhero costume?
Mr. Freeze. Does he count as a superhero? He's a villain.
Who?
Mr. Freeze.
We're gonna have to get a answer from the jury there. Does that count as an answer to your question, dude?
Yeah. Oh, how about let's do favorite hero and villain.
Okay.
But yeah, no, which Mr. Freeze? Like design? Do you have one? Or?
Whenever I talk about Batman, I always am going to talk about the '90s cartoon Batman.
Right, exactly.
That was the Batman I grew up with.
Right, exactly. No, I mean that's what I assumed.
Yeah. Definitely not Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. I'll tell you that much.
His costume was kind of cool.
It was, but it also had Arnold Schwarzenegger inside it.
Yeah.
And that...
Ouch. That burned so much, I'm going to use that pun to help solder things.
Hat burn, because
Yeah.
it's not ice. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's Mr.
Oh.
Freeze who did that. Okay.
Okay, wow, I
But
didn't get that one.
favorite superhero is a lot harder. I feel like, just because I'm so attached to Batman, I'm probably gonna have to say Batman.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
You
no
know,
shame
and his
there.
and his costume is like part of his superpower because he's the
Spooky.
world's greatest detective that has every gadget, and he's,
World's greatest detective who has every gadget. The world's greatest detective would be.
Sherlock Holmes.
Thanks.
Yeah, but isn't yeah, that's true.
But there's the episode in The Brave and the Bold
Sure,
where he
okay.
goes back in time
Sherlock
and helps
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes solve a crime.
That's pretty good. Sherlock Holmes is also my favorite superhero.
Yeah, no, he is a
So,
superhero.
Hat.
He is.
Well, actually, that hat he didn't really wear in the books.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
The Deerstalker cap.
Deerstalker,
Yeah.
that's the word. I said bowler.
Oh, yeah.
They described him wearing a Deerstalker.
One, like he only wore it once though.
Oh, well, yeah,
That's
but
enough.
it was like in the Hound of the Baskervilles, or like one of the ones that was the Sherlock Holmes story.
One of the Sherlock Holmes stories.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like there's a couple that are like the big ones.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You
I
know, the
understand.
Hound of the Baskervilles, and because there's a ton of like short stories.
Sick and tired of hurting my fingers trying to twist these bloody wire leads.
Do you have a favorite costume hero?
I've been thinking about that.
Okay.
I mean,
No.
I kind of want to answer the question, but he doesn't really have a costume, and his costume isn't the thing I like about
Actually,
him. I
I
think he's awesome.
I do like. Actually, Question I really like too. I don't know.
I like him. I just don't really. I don't think there's anything special going on with his costume.
Well, it's simplistic though.
Yeah, I mean that's a good feature.
Does he just have a question mark on his face?
No.
No, he just has a
doesn't
blank
have a
face.
Oh, okay.
Technically, he has a face. It's just under a thing
Mm.
constantly.
My favorite villain costume. I really like.
Really crappy.
Well, this one where he looks awesome in animation, but like in live action, it doesn't. Like I've seen cosplay of it, and it always looks weird. Is Slade from Teen Titans? I don't know why. I just really like his costume. Maybe it's just, but I like to.
You did give me 2 yellow ones. I just found the other ones.
Whatever.
Like also speaking of just simplistic, like I really like the Green Lantern
Yeah,
costume.
As far as, I mean, if Batman wasn't on the Justice League, I was about to say he was gonna be my favorite Justice League costume, and then I remember that Batman was on the Justice League.
Mhm.
Can we give Batman a green pen?
Oh, they did that once.
Been done.
Oh.
It was OP.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah,
It was OP.
yeah. There was some reason why he couldn't have it though because of,
It was someone else's, and he had to give it back.
or I don't know. Yeah, it was OP.
And Batman's like, nope, I don't need to be that powerful.
Yeah, something like that.
Batman will give up power. I mean,
Yeah.
he's one of the few people in comic book world that's like, and I don't need this.
Mm.
Go away.
If you enjoy Twitter, there's one of the Twitters that I enjoy following is there's one that's like an angry Batman Twitter, and it's like the goddamn Batman. That's I believe what it's called, and it's like
There's several Batman Twitters.
yeah, well yeah, but this one is I believe it's called the goddamn Batman, and it's pretty funny.
Awesome. I like
Hey,
me.
look, I can burn PVC.
I've read that comic.
I'm not surprised, but I can.
All Star Batman and
also
Robin
Batman
is
Smoke, so
a very interesting read. It's that's where that came from. It's yeah, I can't even define it.
My favorite superhero costume-based confusion was when I was at a convention once, and I saw a pretty darn good Doctor Strange cosplay.
Mhm.
And Jake actually went up and said, "Hey, really good Doctor Strange." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I'm Lando Calrissian." The guy was a little too white to be Lando,
yeah.
and apparently, white Lando and Doctor Strange, very similar looking guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. They both wear the same light blue shirt. These are really shitty looking solder jobs.
It's okay. They're on the bottom side.
I know.
Have you?
Whispering
Have you guys heard of the game Star Wars? This has a connection, Star Wars Connect. And all, you know about it?
No.
Okay, well, it's basically a Kinect game with Star Wars. Whoa.
Whoa.
But no,
I think they would monetize that.
but there's one mini game where you get where it's a dance game, where you can play as Lando or Han as they're singing like just dancing, and it's like that's amazing. That is so dumb.
Is there anything you would
At this
like to be doing
point.
while I do this?
No.
Like, are you waiting
It's-
on anything, or are you just kind of enjoying some time off?
I'm enjoying
'Cause
some
you definitely did all of the building for first half of this. And you built pretty solid weapon.
Yeah,
You could.
like I said,
It passes my default test of solidness, which is could I club a baby seal with this?
you probably could. I mean, the duck takes pretty strong, but
I think we're
Well, I mean, duck seal. Who do you think wins?
well, ducks. Ducks are adorable, guys.
I
So,
think we're getting towards the end, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm at-
we're getting towards the end of the build. There's going to be some software dev time, which
Which is gonna be super entertaining television.
yeah, it's going to be the best.
He's gonna go all like hacker on CSI. You're just gonna hear like clicking.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately, my part of this job is really boring television. Sorry.
But it's the most exciting part of the product, so
No.
you can't really skip it.
I think if I were a hacker, I would make a thing where
I
hacker program would, yeah, okay, well, okay, this is what you should do. You should make an extra program that, yeah, you can hack normally, but you have to hit the keys a bunch of times. Like, it's just a little mini game will come up, so you'll feel like, oh, I gotta break the firewall.
Too fast, too furious.
Yeah. That's what I would do, anyway. Favorite?
It's not really how hacking works.
I know, but no, but you would make it so hacking works like that.
Like,
So it's like,
95% of the sort of stuff that I know how to hack is just kind of tricking people to click on emails and not finishing your sentence. And just scoping out a website, just like, how does this work? Oh, goody.
favorite movie monster? Oh, so I take it the hacking we had in our movie wasn't accurate?
Can't remember.
Well, you can't. Everyone knows that you can't depict hacking in any way that looks interesting without
Right.
it being. I mean, because that's
Like
'cause
a hu-
you see it all the time on television. It's different,
Okay. Yeah,
and that's
God.
that's.
Dang
that's
it,
not
dang it.
have you seen
Getting soldered.
have you seen Skyfall? Like the bit
No.
okay, there's this
Probably
little
because it has all the gunk in it.
it's a bit yeah where like they're just where they're hacking and it's like this 3D map and then James Bond is like, wait a minute, if you turn it like that, it looks like a subway station thing, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, how are you like
Well,
the-
I mean, hacking really is like a problem-solving thing.
Right,
Like,
but-
this is a thing that it does. How can I make it use what it does to do what I want it to do?
I guess.
It really is like a problem thing. So, like my attack of the month is definitely cross-site, or not cross-site request forging. It's cross-site scripting.
Grievous Apprentice 15 says a bacon donut is awesome, so I'll have to give that a try.
Next chance I get, dude.
Yeah, it's if you're in Minneapolis and
And
you're
into that sort of thing.
and you're into that sort of thing. I mean, they have other very delicious donuts. You don't need to particularly like the caramelized bacon kind of thing, but they do make very good donuts. They're fairly large too. They are much more expensive than say your Dunkin' Donuts though. But
Well,
but you know,
that's
if you
only 'cause
get you
Dunkin'-
get that, maybe a little latte, it makes a really good little outing, you know, for you and a friend or so.
You and a friend of any amount of specialness.
Have you ever, speaking of Minneapolis, have you ever gone to the Twins game at the new stadium?
Nope.
Nope. We're not exactly.
I'm just not a Twins fan. Don't get me wrong. I like sports, but freaking hockey, dude.
I haven't. My father goes quite frequently. He takes his bike out to a place where he can catch the light rail and then goes out there.
Way to do it.
And he seems to be a. I think from the outside the stadium looks quite nice. I drive past it quite frequently.
Goats.
Well, I bus past it quite
The
frequently.
immortal words
when
of
I
that old
drive,
man on television. Totes and goats.
That's my goats.
Old man on television. Direct quote. Even properly attributed.
Nice.
By the way, Ben, if you want pizza, be my guest.
Oh yeah, no, I ordered some for myself too.
I mean, it's upstairs, so
Oh,
if you're hungry, be my guest.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I'm
just
okay.
off screen.
Yeah, like, I normally eat at 6. We're past hungry. We're at work until you stop working. So we're already past the point where whether or not I eat matters. But if you're hungry,
I'm okay.
you go eat.
What does Chaotrix do for fun? You know,
You know, stuff.
trolling on message boards.
Just hacking.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? This website. I want to log in.
Mm-hmm.
You can make an account. Nope.
Uh,
No, I can't.
Yep. Just like messing with people. You know, shuriken testing.
Shuriken testing? Where
Yeah.
can I get that job? Holy cats.
Well, it's not a job, it's a hobby. Just test your
Good
shuriken.
answer.
Right.
Good answer, my friend. So, I do not remember which of these plugs I want high and which is low.
Favorite movie monster?
Favorite movie monster? I mean, Godzilla's always a favorite.
Mhm.
I mean, are we talking about like Universal monsters, or are we talking just like any movie monster?
What do you mean by... Oh, so like the Universal
Yeah,
Studios?
yeah, like werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Werewolf, Frankenstein, Dracula.
Because in that case, it's a chimera, werewolf, Frankenstein. Dracula. There's a joke an ongoing joke that me and a friend had that the most terrifying single entity is Nazi zombie Cosby. But
Nazi would make him more dangerous. You
never
never
know
know
when
when he's going to floob
I don't. I don't know where that. I cannot. I'm sorry, home listeners. I cannot explain where that joke came from because at this point I don't remember.
Attribution not provided.
It probably had something to do with lack of sleep.
And that
Because
is
this
not
particular friend I mostly have conversations with very late at night.
Cool.
Alright, so
because-
we are currently testing our LEDs.
Alright.
Ooh, I see red.
Well, then you probably should calm the fuck down. See what I did there?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Remember, if you don't say, see what I did there, it wasn't funny. Okay. Fortunately, I did not take note of which side is supposed to plug in to what, so we have to gives us an excuse to test them all. Because the same process of testing is telling us whether or not it's plugged in right. I'm using a resistor, so I really doubt we're going to blow anything up. I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't post. Well, except we can't. It's live.
Exactly.
Oh, they got us.
Well, I mean, we can add it in post if we put it in a post, and then...
No, that would be a practical.
Yeah, it's a very practical way to add it in post.
Oh.
We're seeing orange. We're seeing orange.
Ooh. Actually, can you... Oh, does it have to be over there, or...?
It kind of has to be by me.
Alright, hold on.
Wait, what? We saw orange?
You guys are gonna get crazy on the web.
That's
The webcam's
yeah.
moving like crazy. Whoa, whoa, okay.
Everyone hit!
So here we are. So can you make the orange go again?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, give me a second. Fortunately, I only have one color wire.
Yeah, that is...
So that one was orange and not yellow?
Apparently.
Is the one on the other side
Yes.
yellow?
No, they're both orange. They're all
Okay.
the same color.
Oh, that's good.
They're just not necessarily the color we thought they were. And,
Fascinating.
you know, that's fine.
It
I'm
is.
okay with that.
Alright,
I'm also... Yeah, I'm just going to be doing this for a while. This is the opposite of good television.
well, I mean, people are sticking around for it, though, so...
And I'm not sure why.
Because of our charming personalities.
Oh, I would like to think so.
So... I need to do a thing. Which is...
What if Bane, Joker, Batman, and Deadpool went to Vegas for a story?
It would be awesome.
Yeah, okay,
Answer...
Well, I can't imagine what Batman would be doing with them. Like, I can see Joker and Deadpool hanging out.
I imagine Batman would be like...
Nothing
he's
good can come
out
of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'd be kind of like the guy following them.
Amazingly, I have gotten this wrong
driver.
every time.
Um,
In so much as he's going to drive his fist into their faces.
Joker and Deadpool together, I think, would be amazing.
Are they in the same universe?
Be special.
They had a cross... Well, no, one's
but
Marvel
that
and one
doesn't
is...
matter. Yeah.
Um,
There's the crossover universe. Although in the
This-
crossover universe, they may end up being the same person. the crossover universe people merge.
Are
So
they-
you have Batman and someone else is the same person. I can't remember who. Like there's Superman and Captain America,
Whoa.
and that's just one entity in crossover universe.
Whoa. Crazy Town.
We're going to take you to
Crazy
Crazy
Town.
Town. Or Crazy Clown. I don't know. That's kind of up to you.
Yeah, you're talking about Joker. It's definitely crazy.
Bane.
Now,
End of my existence.
you know,
Bane could be the straight man in the joke.
Bane,
the duo.
if
and
we're-
Bane doesn't like rage out the entire time. He,
It's like, are
he
we-
stays completely clean.
You know, the funny thing is, as much as I hated the translation of Ra's al Ghul into Nolan's Batman, because
Nolaverse.
again, I very much enjoyed the Batman cartoon of my youth. Ra's al Ghul was one of my favorite villains in there. So
Yeah.
him coming into the Christopher Nolan Batman as essentially a different character really upset me. Well, as much as I get upset about these things, which is not very much. But, you know, on a conceptual level.
On a conceptual level, I was offended. On an actual
On
level,
on an actual level, I didn't care all that much.
I mean,
um, but I was sad that it was not. I was disappointed that it was not the Ra's al Ghul I remembered.
sure. I did unplug the hate thing.
Yes.
I may or may not want more glue gun later. It won't be necessary, but it's a, hey, don't cross the wires sort of thing. Basically, glue gun the wires from crossing.
Yeah.
But
But on the other hand, the translation of Bane into Christopher Nolan's Batman, I did enjoy that Bane.
Input.
Granted, Bane was probably one of my least favorite villains of the Batman cartoon, and considering that that entity of Bane was kind of a racist depiction stemming from fears of Mexican drug trafficking, I feel it's perfectly okay to take some license with how that character was altered.
I love because I love your question marks.
I really try to vocalize them as much as possible. But and also it's led to several good comedians doing Bane impressions that I enjoy, so so I appreciate that. I don't know what our listeners, viewers think of that, but that's my opinion about that Bane. Why was I talking? Oh, because you're the Bane going to thing. So I don't know if the Bane that we're talking about going to Vegas is the Bane of the, because I also don't know how he appears in the what kind of level of Baneness he is in the comics, but I would presume he's closer to the to the cartoonish one. You know what? I was
5.
when they make a Batman movie and they bring like the Joker back and they bring Catwoman back and stuff. It's like, why don't they touch these Batman villains that they've never done any movies on, like Clayface, or wasn't there a human alligator kind of guy?
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, yeah. Like, why didn't they ever do one of those guys?
Well, let's just assume I got it.
Because Joker sells more, I guess. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
everyone like.
That was humorous.
Oh.
That was a laughing noise.
Well, but it's true. I mean, marquee value, and also
That's true.
everyone is like, "Oh, what about Joker?" If you're doing a new universe, because it's like we want to see your interpretation of the characters.
I guess that makes sense.
And I don't know. The mainstream doesn't. A lot of mainstream people don't know some of these more obscure ones because they haven't been in things.
Yeah.
So that's like, oh, they're inventing this new character named give
Yeah, but you gotta,
Black Mask or something.
Yeah, you gotta think though that.
I mean, give people some credit.
I mean, they could have the mainliner be, you know, the Joker, but then they could bring in.
Solomon freaking Grundy.
Well,
Take my word.
Why does that name sound familiar? It's too late.
He's
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
Yeah, he's like the zombie supervillain. It's a little more complicated than that, but
But they could bring in, you know, like if they're having it. Oh, sorry, folks, I'm starting to yawn a lot.
well, we blame you implicitly.
For being tired.
We are tired of your tired. That made sense in my head.
I see where you were going with that.
But if they, but they could have, you know, the main villain, and then they could have a more interesting, colorful villain. And, you know, really, if the villain was more interesting, then... I mean, the Joker was an interesting villain. They're all interesting villains. Have you noticed there's a lot more interesting villains than there are interesting superheroes? Maybe that's just because I'm, like I said, kind of a vanilla when it comes to my involvement in comics. I definitely do not know as much about comics universe, and I'm sure there are lots of very innovative, exciting superheroes that I'm just not aware of. But it's the villains that get all the cool mutant powers and stuff. Unless you're talking about the X-Men, in which case, you know.
In which case, it's just everyone.
Where does the Super Academy audience weigh in on Marvel versus DC?
Oh boy.
Did I just crack open a can of worms? Is that what just happened?
Possibly.
I don't know.
Well, sorry, continue.
Can of super worms.
I was just asking because I know that's something people talk about, maybe, or is that not something people talk about? And it's just something that someone like me that doesn't actually know would think they talk about, just like how people that are very tertiarily acquainted with anime think that dubs versus subs is an argument. It's not. They're both good guys.
Oh, you're watching anime. Is that the one with the power up and stuff?
Yeah, they've all got power-ups. They've all got power-ups. And increasingly, they all have third-party fighters, which kind of bothers me.
What do you mean by third party?
Like, they're very much taking a very kind of Pokemon route, where it's like...
It's not the actual person.
Where it's not, you know, the character directly involved doing the fighting. Probably, is it because we have multiple ones wired to the same power source?
Maybe.
Because I know that was an issue with LEDs in my experience. And they just don't have enough juice.
Also, not all of these are turning on. Or I just have too much resistance. Well, let's hope this doesn't break any LEDs.
And if it does, then...
Well, totes sorry, dudes. Where'd all my jumpers go? I only have jumpers when I don't want jumpers. Weird. Yeah, that's true. I should use the really big jumper. That was plugged into ground.
Well,
More juice.
I see lights on some of them.
Yeah, only some is confusing me though. 3, 5, right? Which ones are on and which ones aren't?
Yellow is definitely on. Green is sort of on. Red I don't see. That's not saying that's not on, it's just could be very dim.
Green is crazy dim. That's weird. I have no idea what's up with that.
Well, I know that in series versus, like, chain wiring, like, the volt gets
These should be
split.
parallel.
Parallel?
Which I suppose would mean not split volts?
Yeah.
Alright, some of the responses are in. Actually, one question. Marvel, Harley Quinn, Catwoman, Poison Ivy for the Girls' Day out. Actually, so we have one Marvel and one both are awesome. So
Well, that's good.
that's good. Yeah.
I think it's good to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Obviously, they both have... Because unless they're airing on the same time slot, you know, there's no reason that you have to choose between the two.
Okay.
Someone, Blue Dragon 5, or, wait, no, I mean, in continuance of mind, ask, it'd be interesting to see in the interpretation of Scarecrow. Do you mean what our interpretation would be, or, I mean, I don't know if that's what you were asking or not. I meant, so,
Or was he asking what my impression of Nolan's interpretation of Scarecrow was?
oh yeah, maybe.
Since I was talking about his interpretation of
Yeah,
Bane versus
yeah.
interpretation of Ra's al Ghul, it was funny. That my favorite supervillains in the old Batman cartoon, we got the Riddler. Love the Riddler. Got
Love
Mr.
them
Freeze.
riddles.
Loved Mr. Freeze. Also, him being kind of a tragic, sympathetic character. in his villainness. We got Raja Ghul, also kind of sympathetic to some degree. He was Batman's friend beforehand. Gonna go high pitched on this again. And then I liked the Scarecrow as well. I thought it was interesting how he changed him, but I was also disappointed at he seemed to have a very minimal part in the movie. So I guess I was okay with the translation of him. I thought him being the kind of I thought the actor did a pretty good job playing him as this kind of, you know, like intelligent, kind of snaky, kind of dodgy, somewhat questionable psychologist. But I felt that his involvement in the movie seemed very low. And the fact that he kept coming back in the other movies and then not doing anything also really bothered me.
Well, I think, yeah, I mean...
It seemed like it was almost a running joke that he was useless.
Yeah. Alright,
But I admit, it's been a long time since I saw the first Christopher Nolan Batman, so...
how are things going over there?
Sure. It's so couple issues. They're not turning off. They don't turn on very bright. I can't really figure out why on either. Unfortunately, we're kind of past the point of no return, so I'm afraid we may end up delivering a inferior quality. Which I'll take full blame on this one. He really can't move at that part.
Yeah, I can't, but I can kind of... You can see we've got some lights. There's some obviously some major issues.
Sorry, bros.
Sorry.
My bad.
Well, it's not...
No, I mean, we've had fun.
Yeah,
It's been tops.
It's. I mean, that part's good. I'm just sorry that we can't be like, boom, Death Ray.
Nice. So
The yellow lights look nice.
yeah. Also, I think I may have figured out the software bugs. So if not x state equals 0 and this thing happens. So we reset the state. State is 0 and not x. But no, so if x, otherwise and
Math.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. I miss math so much.
I should have a bit, yeah. It's math. Oh. Let's save.
We probably could have cannibalized this if we needed to. No, because everything's soldered in.
Oh, I have my unsoldered, or what is it?
I don't know. Some Jacob's brought from Maxim's.
Looks cool. Looks potentially usable amounts of cool.
I'll let you have it, since obviously I don't know what it is. I see a USB thing on it or something.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. Sorry.
I'm just kind of trying to get some stuff a little bit packed up so that when it comes time for...
Did I mention that the software part of this is gonna not be good television?
Yes.
Before we do that, why don't we just...
I need to find my little case of drill bits. I need to make sure I don't leave without those.
Yeah, important for your job.
Well, that's less of my
X
job and
equals
more of
X
that's
equals
my hobby / true calling.
high. That's this high then.
Yes, it is.
Well, at this point, just run it to gun it.
Run it to gun. Oh wow, I'm sorry. This is
Doobie.
Wow, we are now at 3 hours. So,
So you guys are amazing. I assume you've all already donated, because if you are this involved in this,
yeah.
I can't imagine having not pitched in something.
um,
Cause you're this involved in this.
so, thank you guys for sticking around.
Well,
Just make sure, just help us share the page if you haven't. I mean, and, just thank you for your support. Just being with us.
Yeah, and thank you for all your fun questions. It's been
fun hanging out with you guys.
fun hanging out.
Yeah, well, we got to do it more often with you guys.
Yeah,
We had fun.
we had fun, internet.
We had tops.
It's been tops. It's been tops belugi.
No, I kind of want to just, from now on, I'll just, next time I'm just like,
It's just
have to,
around the Reds.
fill out a form or something. I'll just do maybe like a live stream with people and just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, hey guys, so I'm filling out this form.
Filling out
so
this form, I've been told you guys make everything exciting.
See, I'm doing my taxes right now, and
And I kind of wanted to share my social security number with the crowd.
Oh yeah. How familiar are you with Avatar: The Last Airbender?
very.
Yeah.
On a
And
scale from
Legend
1
of
to 10,
Korra.
My cabbage.
Legend of Korra, I've watched all of the initial run of it. I have not been because my work hours coincided with me not getting home in time to catch it on Friday. I have not been catching.
It's all on Nick's site now.
It is.
Seen
I
none
have
of it.
really bad internet
Oh
at
yeah.
home.
No, don't worry.
It's.
Yeah, I mean, season 2 is kind of. I mean, several of the episodes have been written by different people also, and you can kind of tell because the first half of it has a ton of problems.
Yeah, and wasn't the book one of it, they weren't sure
Yeah.
if it was just going to be book one, so they kind of had a weird ending place. I mean, I thought the ending was a weird place, but I heard that was the justification of it. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, in terms of the initial Avatar: The Last Airbender, I highly endorse.
It's not physically possible for me to endorse it more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it is. There are things I endorse more than it, because I also have to, I also understand that it is written towards a slightly younger audience. So as entertaining as it is, there's certain levels of drama that they don't have in it. But it's pretty. I mean, as far as entertainment that is written, I think that there's a gross lack of shows that are written for a younger audience that are also written well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people are as invested in shows for kids. Avatar and also Adventure Time, I would say, are both shows that are written and by people that are dedicated to their shows and are very, very good because of that.
4 children, 2 children, with both the prophets being children.
Right. Yeah, that'd be a nice crossover. Adventure Time and Avatar.
Would it?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm gonna play it up here.
If it were more of it would fit with Adventure Time's weirdness if they showed up. Avatars would probably be a little weird, but I'd watch that. Well, I mean, I think we'd all watch it. It's just.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can find the fan fiction.
Well, yeah.
Here's a question: what's the strangest fan fiction you've ever written?
If you got written, well, I did do a joke fanfic once.
Well, yeah, clearly, if this is the strangest fan fiction you've ever written, it would probably be a joke.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, I think I wrote it on this. This was for we had a fanfic club, and we'd had a joke
Nice.
day. Here we go. Oh God, no, I'm not reading that one.
That good.
Oh no, that is. I also wrote a shipping fic with the most random shipping possible, which was Cheerios Honeybee and Professor Moriarty.
Nice.
Again, most random one possible. That was. I don't know how I came to that conclusion. I'm gonna leave that one to the imagination, though. I think.
I know. Me and a friend collabed on a joke fan fiction that was who here's played Skyward Sword.
I have.
Okay, we wrote a Fledge X Sheikah Stone fan fiction, which was a lot of fun.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I can. Yeah, it should still be on the Facebook. So I'm gonna find the first one that I did because it is. What time will tomorrow's live show be? Probably about the same time. Actually, we start around 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be about that same time. If you aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel or the Facebook page, we'll
both.
Yeah, we'll be announcing that on there. That's going to be, we're going to have actual characters from the show playing stuff.
Exciting.
Let's see. And
This jerk won't be there, so you can look forward to that.
My absence. It's my present to you.
Now, for those of us unfamiliar with the live streaming concept, is the live stream available after the fact?
Yep.
To be watchable? Okay.
so,
So if I want to see how unbearable I am, I can look that up.
yeah, you can watch
You'll be pleasantly surprised.
just 3 hours of greatness right there.
Never would have expected how unbearable you could be, but you have achieved quite greatness.
Switch doesn't seem to be working at
Oh.
all.
Is it maybe the stuff just touching, so it's just...
Okay, here it is. Wait.
No.
I'm gonna get it, you guys. This. Okay, here it is. No, this was a Drabble. So the rules of the contest was it had to be 100 words or less. So, and I'm gonna read it grammatically the way it's spelled.
Nice.
Dude, this is the best fic ever. Please send me $sign to PayPal smiley face. One day, Batman was going on patrol with his sidekick Ben Lifson Wayne, Batman's twin brother, but got frozen for a while, so he was only 23. And Ben said, "Look out, Batman," as Batman looked over and saw the Joker, end quote. "Joker!" yells both of them at the same time. "What are you up, yo?" "Fool," said the Joker, "I am going to take over the world." "Not so fast," said Ben, and Ben saved Batman just time. "Curses," said the Joker, and left forever. Ben then became the new Batman because Batman got old. "You're my hero," said Batman.
Nice.
So, that, I think we're going to work that into an episode.
Sounds like a plan.
Is it exclusive backer content?
Just,
Or is that one just going to be free for the... you're going to make that one free for the public?
if you guys want to hear the Cheerios Bee one, actually, it's
I'm not sure I know who Cheerios Bee is.
it's a bee, Buzz Bee.
Oh, the Cheerios Bee!
Yeah, that's his
Okay.
official name is Buzz Bee. They had a contest to see kids to vote
Oh.
up to send in a name, and that was the best one that someone sent was Buzz the Bee.
I mean, are you going to really come up with a whole lot better names for a bee?
I just
I mean, I would have loved to have
I'm
been a
an
judge in that
idiot.
contest, but because by the way, if you've ever been a judge in any contest that's directed to small children, it is immensely entertaining. I would highly recommend it. As part of my the little arts high school that I went to, they pick a couple kids every year that judge the ham turkey contest for the Star Tribune. They always send some volunteer kids down there, so I got to be one of the judges one year that, got to look at, all these hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of entries of these small children and not so small children to some surprisingly old children to this turkey contest to judge those and decide who would receive the glory. And let me tell you, quite amusing.
Blue Dragon 5, just so you fellas know, as I've been promoting this project via Vita, notable YouTube channel advertising, informing friends. Thank you so much. No, thank you so much. I mean, thank you for... Oh!
Found the problem.
And we got that. But yeah, no,
Well,
thank you so much for all the help.
Between the keyboard and the screen.
just all the support. Thank you for sticking around for so long. You're really great.
And on a cheery note, we have lights and they are bright. Can we see that on
Give me
screen?
just a minute. They will do the thing that I tried to make them do.
Hold on, we're flying in. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And I'm carsick. Too much motion.
There we go. We are now lit.
Okay, lights might go away for a second.
I might go away for a second, but it's okay.
It's just running new code.
It's running new code.
Well, in a second.
Oh no.
But that's good.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh.
boy. That's what we wanted it to do.
And-
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And this is why Dan is the greatest.
Let's give an applause for Dan. Comment.
Two of us are holding things in our
Yeah.
hands, so
Yeah, we can't really.
we kind of have to clap together.
The third of us is
That's,
Dan.
that's the sound of one hand clapping, folks.
Okay.
Well, it is two hands.
Well, it's one hand each.
Oh, okay.
You can probably drop it if you like it.
Yeah.
Now,
And thus we have something kind of exciting at our conclusion.
sweet. Okay, battery operated. Where'd my box go? Let's see if it fits in the box. We're gonna need holes.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Good enough for me, for now. You can put holes in it later if it's a big issue.
Yeah, if this is something that we continue on at some point, which, you know,
We might.
was fun.
There's room for more LEDs.
There's
And
definitely...
the two of us definitely need to hang out more.
Oh, yeah,
This is an
agreed.
empirical fact.
It is.
Empirical, that means it's evidence-based, folks. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
So I guess we're wrapping up here then.
Yeah, I think
Well-
we're about probably as at
It-
the...
Ian has to figure out how to put this all together.
Yeah, so eventually, you know, we'd try and make this look, you know,
Backwards.
cool.
Here we go. Oh, we both flipped and reversed it. Hold up a sec. Yeah, we'll try to make a way to get this cool. You.
Yeah,
me
but,
here.
you know, we'd...
But this is what we're looking at.
Nice.
And, you know, we'd get that painted up and the wires hidden and...
Or decorated.
Yeah,
You know,
or
we can have them wrap around or something. We can get 3 LEDs here, room for 1 here.
Yeah, and we got those cool things to put on the thing.
Well, I mean, so
Took a little longer than we thought it did, and we didn't quite get as far as we did, but I can say I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
This is proof of concept
See,
land.
the thing about those lights, and this is also a good tip for if you're sending in one of those hand turkeys. You put something shiny on anything, it looks 100% better. Just 100% better.
turkeys.
Those, like, seriously, we judge this hand turkey. The jerks that put glitter on those, like, yeah, it was basically cheating. Like, if you just did crayon, you were not getting into the finals. You put a little bit of glitter on that, and you'd get a second look. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Your kids are putting.
A couple seconds.
One says we are fully operational.
We're operational.
Very good, Blue Dragon 5.
We're operational, Dragon 5. I'm not going to go as far as fully. Fully is it launches something. I would have needed to use the motor for that.
We're Return of Jedi
Yeah.
Death Star level, not New Hope.
Yeah.
How about this? If we get funded, the 3 of us will do this again.
Yeah, we will, and
We'll finish this thing, and you will see it in an episode. I'm looking at Ben because it's his decision, not mine.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. What you know? What I think we should make 2.
2.
Yeah, so we can give an arm.
boards, but they're not that expensive, and if we get funded, it's definitely going to fit inside budget.
All right.
And if you let me keep it, fuck, I might pay for it myself. I like these things. All right,
All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hold on.
that's pretty clean.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is where I've been sitting the whole time.
I
So
suppose you want to duct tape wizard it quick. Tear
Wait.
off this thing, maybe.
are you? No. So we're doing another stream tomorrow with the characters. So be sure to tune in for that. And we're also going to be posting just new stuff on here. Check out our. We're going to be posting updates on the Kickstarter page very frequently in these next 2 days. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around, and hope to see you around soon. All right, take care.
And let me before you guys sign off, let me tell you, just pushing this button and seeing lights light up.
That green is
Highly
kinda
rewarding.
I think we have a loose wire on one of those greens.
Don't tell them that.
It's not supposed to happen.
No, it's fine. Alright.
That's really cool.
So,
I love it when something comes together.
hold on, we're still... So,
That's a good noise. I meant to do that. That belongs on the ground. That's where we keep it now.
so yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you later.